Check, check, 1, 2. Welcome back, folks. Deutschland Dan here. Welcome to the Free Speech Podcast number 4. So let's get the intro out of the way here. Free speech for the top. Free speech for the top. Free speech for the top. Free fucking speech. All right. I don't want to get the copyright struck if I play any more of that. So, welcome to the Free Speech Podcast, number 4. What are we talking about today? Let me just double check here. Oh, we already got 2 viewers. Nice. All right. Why is it asking me for my login information? I'm already logged in. Come on, D-Lef. Get it together. All right. Reload then. All right. That's fine. All right, Ben. Feel free to join when you're ready, man. I'll open it up on the Discord. Finally getting Ben in on here at the end of his stream. Oh, I'll be home in 20 minutes or so. Okay, so, all right. I guess I just have to entertain you folks with stuff for the next 20 minutes. So, okay, sounds good. All right. Let's see if anybody else is available. Yemen, Lord Hunger. To join guest. I don't know if Brian wants to join. Phoenix. I was supposed to get this other guy coming in. George, one of the guys that was helping me with the roofing, said he was going to get a hold of me. He was going to a barbecue with this guy named John, who's sort of brother from another mother type thing. Also a free speech advocate. But I haven't heard back from him, so he was also supposed to get his resume over to the Brassy. And I was just there for dinner before my PPC meeting, which is usually at 8 o'clock on Mondays, so that wrapped a little early, so I had time for smoke and come back in and start this. So, yeah, there's not too much going on that, and I think my event was supposed to be a singles and mingles, and now it's more of a meet and greet, so that's going to be pushed back till September, because August is a pretty busy month for us, I guess, so. And I still got to see about getting my PPC membership, so I confirmed with one of the other members, Paul, that you could still be a member of the Conservative Party, which I bought like a 5-year membership like he did, and still vote for like, the next leader, which I'm probably going to go with Roman Baber, and Leslie Lewis is my secondary. Got a call from a guy 4 or 5 days ago saying that he was calling from Sudbury and he was just checking to see if who I was voting for, and then we had a chat about upcoming shortages, supply chain issues, and that, and then also the Dutch farmer thing. So that's why I'm wearing the hat right now. Support the Dutch farmers, because yeah, let me see if I can bring that up on Twitter. I was gonna try to verify this, but it looks like, yeah, what was it here? Something about Trudeau meeting with the agricultural ministers, trying to get 30% of our farms shut down because of nitrogen issues. I don't know if that was like tied to the fertilizer issue or what it was exactly, but that was from Keenan Baxton, who used to work for Rebel News. Now he's got Counter Signal. So I was just trying to see if I can get another source on that. But I'm just bringing it up now. It's just Twitter's taking forever to load. Come on, Twitter. Oh, you gotta be like that, man. Yeah, and I'm still waiting to hear back too about the job opportunity at eBay. So last thing I heard was from Carolyn, who would have been the lady that's going to be hiring me. Well, they got the approval anyways from eBay, but they're working out the details because I'm a Canadian citizen working for an American company. But I still got to see about setting up an American bank account, either through like CIBC or something like that, another Canadian bank account, or with like Bank of America, Citibank, Wells Fargo, something like that. But yeah, until I get the official offer, everything's signed, sealed, and delivered, I can't really celebrate having a job. Today was supposed to be my first work day, actually. And yeah, I still haven't heard anything since Thursday evening. So, okay, let me just check here. Counter signal. counter signal that I was following this. Oh, now I am. All right. Where was it here? Top British Communist appointed to WHO chair. Okay. Private car ownership. Canadian company selling junk food made from crickets. What that? Here we go. Okay. So this was from 2 days ago, the 23rd. Let me just bring this into the forefront here. Oh, come on. Why are you doing that? I guess I can clip there. So, Canadian farmers speaking with farmers forums have openly questioned whether Trudeau is intentionally trying to cause nationwide food shortages. Of course, we can't confirm Trudeau's intentions, but certainly began to look that way. Trudeau moves forward with fertilizer reduction climate policy. Trudeau has moved forward with his nitrogen emissions cap by reducing fertilizer use, even as agriculture ministers beg him to stop. All right, let's take a look at this article real quick. Oh, we're waiting for Ben to come on in about 10-15 minutes. But I thought that Ken Bexton has put out something saying that they met with the agriculture ministers and he was telling them that they were going to do what the Dutch are doing, the Dutch government, anyways, and I think the Polish, Italian, French governments as well. I don't know about Germany for sure. But yeah, they all seem to be playing from the same playbook, uh, designed by the World Economic Forum and the United Nations for Sustainable Development Goals to close down 30% of the farms in each country. So we'll see. PM Justin Trudeau has decided to move forward with his cap on nitrogen emissions by reducing fertilizer use, even as provincial agriculture ministers begging to stop. Okay, he's got that stupid haircut, looking like a Caesar. Caesar with Down syndrome, maybe. Trudeau moves forward with fertilizer reduction policy. As per a government of Saskatchewan news release, both Alberta and Saskatchewan's ministers of agriculture have expressed profound disappointment in Trudeau's decision to attempt to reduce nitrogen emissions from fertilizer. Really concerned with his arbitrary goals, Saskatchewan Minister of Agriculture David Merritt said. The Trudeau government has apparently moved on from their attack on the oil and gas industry and set their sights on Saskatchewan farmers. According to Alberta Agriculture Minister Nate Horner, this has been the most expensive crop anyone has put in, following a very difficult year on the prairies. The world is looking for Canada to increase production and be a solution to global food shortages. Yeah, well, they got a cricket farm now in our cricket factory in London, Ontario. Well, yeah, eat the bugs, live in the pod, own nothing and be happy. According to Klaus Schwab. The federal government needs to display that they understand this. They owe it to our producers. As previously reported by the Countersignal in December 2020, the Trudeau government unveiled their new climate plan with a focus on reducing nitrous oxide emissions from fertilizer by 30% below 2020 levels by 2030. That plan is now coming to effect, though the government refuses to acknowledge that nitrous oxide emissions can be reduced without drastically reducing fertilizer use and thus crop production. Fertilizers play a major role in the agriculture sector's success and have contributed to record harvests in the last decade. They have helped drive increases in Canadian crop yields, grain sales, and exports, a news release from Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada reads. However, nitrous oxide emissions, particularly those associated with synthetic nitrogen fertilizer use, have also grown significantly. That is why the Government of Canada has set the National Fertilizer Emissions Reduction Target, which is part of the commitment to reduce total GHG emissions in Canada by 40-45% by 2030. This is a tacit admission that any attempt to lower emissions by reducing nitrogen fertilizer will consequently lower crop yields over the next decade, hurting the agriculture sector and, more importantly, hurting farmers. And indeed, according to a report from Fertilizer Canada, total emission reduction puts a cap on the total emissions allowable for fertilizer at 30% below 2020 levels. As the yield of Canadian crops is directly linked to proper fertilizer application, this creates a ceiling on Canadian agricultural productivity well below 2020 levels. It is estimated that a 30% absolute emission reduction for a farmer with 1,000 acres of canola and 1,000 acres of wheat stands to have their profit reduced by approximately 38 to 40.5 thousand annually. In 2020, Western Canadian farmers planted approximately 20.8 million acres of canola. Using these values, cumulatively, farm revenues from canola could be reduced by 396 million to 441 million on an annual basis. Wheat farmers, wheat farmers could experience a reduction of 400 million. Moreover, Fertilizer Canada doesn't believe that forcibly decreasing fertilizer use will even lower greenhouse gases, but could lead to carbon leakage elsewhere. Nonetheless, Trudeau's government is moving forward with farmers groups speaking to Farmers Forum now, wondering if he's intentionally trying to cause a food shortage, which Trudeau previously told Canadians to prepare for. Yeah, really. He's telling them to prep? Bullshit. Yeah, let's go right to King Baxton's Twitter account because this showed up on my YouTube feed. Keenan, not Keanu Reeves. Keenan. Shit, how do you spell his name again? Keenan Baxton. God damn it. Ba, 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 ba. I wonder if he'd be posting here somewhere, or if it's on the site here. It was written by him. Ba, 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 ba. God damn it, do I have to look up how his name is spelled? Keenan Bexton. Oh, Kian. Kian Bexton. Okay, there we go. Sorry for that. Kian Bexton. Oh, extra E. There we go. Okay. Oh, great. So Stephen Harper endorses Pierre Poilievre. Small PP. We got to get the libs out. Get the libs out. Whatever. Yeah, get rid of Brendan Lucky. Awful. Did the RCMP 2 podcasts ago. Went through all their controversies. Blowing shit up. Whacking people. Trampling them with horses. Yep. That was a hoax. Max Grieve hoax. Nitrophobic. Yeah. These fertilizer use the name of fighting climate change. Okay. Starvation policy, indeed. Now, this is from the Go Dutch. In support of Dutch farmers. Oh, Paul Sereno's dead, huh? The good fellas. Maybe he only posted on YouTube. I thought he saw something in there about a meeting with the agriculture ministers, and they're saying that Trudeau wanted to close down 30% of the farms. Agriculture. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's official. Trudeau's meeting with provincial agriculture ministers wrapped up yesterday. He is moving forward with 30% fertilizer reduction. Okay, farms will fail. Land will be purchased by billionaires. The government and people will starve. Farmers are rising up today. Okay, so it was about the fertilizer. I thought they were buying the farms themselves. So not that similar to what's going on in Holland, but might be a first step towards that. Yep. Oh, Martha Stewart's peacocks died. Oh, wow. Here we go. Canadian fertilizer ban. Let's see what's going on here with that. I thought I was following him. Quick Dick McDick. Energy sector. Eliminating fertilizer will save the planet. That's great, and we'll still have plenty to eat. We're going to starve. Yeah. Probably. Okay, let's take a quick look at this YouTube video here. Quick dick, big dick. Oh, what, you're not going to play now? Is this considered misinformation? Misinformation just means you're getting too close to the truth. You're over the target when you receive the most flack, right? Oh no, monkeypox! Who declares monkeypox a global health emergency as cases surge? Oh yeah, there's been 5 deaths worldwide. Stop having gay anal sex and you'll be fine. It's just the shingles, bruh. Alright, we'll let this play. Ooh, look at that production value.
Quick Dick McDick coming to you from Saskatchewan here today with a Quick Dick McDick Toonie, where you get $2 worth of my opinions because 2 cents don't buy very much anymore. Today, we are talking about Justin Trudeau's Canadian ban on fertilizer. Now, this is a toonie. This is my opinion. I might swear a little bit, and to be honest, my voice is kind of giving out on me some, so we're going to keep this short. But let's go.
Now, first things first, folks, to be perfectly transparent, no matter what you're hearing, in Canada, this is not a ban or a mandated reduction in fertilizer like what we're seeing in the Netherlands. Yet.
What this is a goal. It is a goal that has been set by the federal Liberal government to achieve a 30% reduction in emissions from fertilizer use, namely in nitrous oxide, which is created when fertilizers either soak into water or soil. It's an emissions reduction goal.
Does that make you feel better when we say it like that? It's an emissions reduction? Well, I'm here to tell you folks that nothing about what's being said here should make you feel good. It should make you feel concerned. Because whether you work in agriculture, oil and gas, mining, forestry, maybe you're a hairdresser, maybe you're an entrepreneur in the restaurant industry, maybe you're a vegan, maybe you're gluten-free, it doesn't matter. If you consume food, this will affect you.
Our government and this extreme climate cult that we're dealing with would have you believe as a citizen of planet Earth that we're out here slowly killing the world with fertilizer use. It's like to think we're the second act of Zoolander, but instead of having gas fights, that we're out here at Clearview having anhydrous ammonia fights with each other. Come on! Are there people out there that think we're here just having some kind of a crazy fertilizer giveaway program? Free fertilizer, come and get it. We'll fill up the box of your pickup truck, the trunk of your car, wherever. We just want to give it away. Use it wherever and however you want. Or there was some kind of a dealer that's trying to get our crop hooked on meth so it can ruin its finances, its teeth, and its small town, except instead of meth, we're trying to get our crop hooked on fertilizer.
Hey, psst, yeah, you, come on over here. Hey, y'all ever hear any of this fertilizer stuff? Yeah, no, I know you don't need any, but maybe I'll just give you a little taste for free. And then if you want some more, you just come on back to me. I got a never-ending supply of it. Then the climate change is a global crisis, cult says, but Quick Dick, it's a proposed reduction in emissions, not fertilizer, while you're trying to manipulate the way everybody thinks. Well, here's the thing. You people need to come down out of your ivory fucking towers and visit us on a farm, and you would find out that reducing fertilizer use by increasing its effectiveness has already been happening on farms here in Canada for years and years and years. This is how we're doing it.
We work with specialists.
I do not know one farmer that doesn't work with one or several agronomists. Soil testing, rotations, nutrient management, chemical applications. We work with professionals to ensure that as our crop grows, we are using the least amount of inputs to get the most amount of output out of our land.
We spend hundreds of thousands of dollars investing in new equipment and technology.
In the last 5 years alone, your mind would be blown if you could see the amount of technology that's come into the agriculture industry, mostly dealing with mitigating product waste. We now have equipment that is fitted with variable rate control, sectional control, and on top of that is GPS guided for precise accuracy. So with those tools, you take a detailed crop analysis from the previous year. Then you take a topographical readout of the moisture conditions on the field that you're headed back to. You take the soil sample from said field and you make a plan with your agronomist to use the absolute least amount of fertilizer that you are going to need to make that crop grow on said field. And then you apply that fertilizer using the 4R stewardship that we all know here in agriculture.
The right fertilizer, at the right rate, at the right place, at the right time. This is already happening in Canada without the government getting involved.
Crop rotations and biodiversity. Now here we have a crop of field peas, which is very important because field peas require zero nitrogen input because they make their own. That's why they're a very important part of a crop rotation. Plus, look at all the neat places that wildlife can hang out around here and come in and have a little snack on our dime. Now here we have a field that was obviously canola last year that was underseeded to alfalfa. This half section is going to spend a 4-year rotation as alfalfa because, like peas, without getting too complicated, alfalfa will naturally return nitrogen levels to the soil and help with soil health. Then we're going to take this alfalfa that we harvest off of here and feed it to cattle in the wintertime, who make manure, which last fall was spread onto this canola field and this oat field, where we used, wait for it, 30% less nitrogen fertilizer. Pretty neat, eh, Justin Trudeau? Actually, you can check out this video that I made. It's about the biodiversity of cattle and how they're an important part of farming here in Canada. Did you know that in the National Inventory Report that Canada, for some reason, submits to the United Nations Framework on Climate Change, that fertilizer emissions in Canada are estimated using the formula emissions equals fertilizer used times the emissions factor?
See, the problem here, folks, is that emissions factor is actually an estimate on certain emissions that could be reached in specific climate zones that are not specific all the way across Canada. And fertilizer used is an estimate on prescribed fertilizer rates for specific crops and an estimate on fertilizer that's shipped in Canada. They don't take any consideration into the factors that are already listed. We could be using 30% less fertilizer already, and they're going to say, you got to go down another 30%.
Anybody with half a brain would look at this through a lens of, hey, how much food do we produce versus how much fertilizer do we use? But not Trudeau, because he doesn't have one of those things. No, we just want an absolute 30% reduction on fertilizer emissions. We already implement best practices in agriculture because it's good for our land, it's good for the environment, and it's good for our business. A 30% reduction in fertilizer use would be a $48 billion loss to the agriculture industry by 2030, and it would also make food more scarce. And the food that was available would be way more expensive than it is now, today. Can you imagine that?
In a world that is currently experiencing a food and energy shortage, this kind of policy is not good for business.
Now, I'm not sure who needs to hear this, but farming isn't just a way of life, it's also a business. And fertilizer is expensive. Our goal in farming without government intervention is to reduce the use of fertilizer and increase the efficiency of the fertilizer that we have to use as an expense. That is how businesses work. But when we have a clown show like this run in Canada, which is a business that is currently carrying a debt load of $1.17 trillion and spiraling an extra $145 million daily farther down the hole, I am not interested in taking business advice from them. Do you know what else these folks are up to with our business of Canada here related to food? The clean fuel standards. Oh, hey, Blue Ball. That's right, folks. While you and I as Canadians already pay a carbon tax on absolutely everything that we touch throughout the course of our day, this federal Liberal government, while chasing this absolute reduction in fertilizer emissions in agriculture, has already implemented the Clean Fuel Standard that mandates renewable diesel content and implements an ethanol mandate in all fuels. Do you want to know where ethanol comes from?
Corn.
Crops. And I'm not going to knock on biofuels. Biofuels are awesome. We actually have a place right here in Foam Lake, Saskatchewan called Milligan Biotech where they make things like diesel fuel conditioner, penetrating oil, canola meal for feedstock, oil for road dust suppression. There's a whole bunch of great things that they make use of with off-grade canola. But if we enforce this from a mandated level from the government that we have to use a certain percentage of this in everyday diesel fuels, we're going to have to start using food-grade crops for this.
During a global fuel and food shortage, our federal government wants to reduce our use of fertilizer, which is going to reduce our crop output. Then they want to mandate that a specific percentage of that crop output is going to go towards use in fuel. And then we're going to cap emissions on our oil and gas industry at the same time in Canada?
Canada, which has 90 million arable acres of land, sits on the world's third largest oil reserve. And we are spiraling out of control into debt, being led by some kind of insane climate cult over our global greenhouse gas emissions. Let's have a look at Canada's global greenhouse gas emissions.
Here's the way I like to look at Canada's global greenhouse gas emissions. Global. Here are global greenhouse gases. Here are Canada's global greenhouse gas emissions. We could be wiped off the face of the planet tomorrow and nobody would notice the difference in global greenhouse gas emissions. And we are destroying our country over this. I'm not saying that we shouldn't try and do better. We always do. Every
Plant some
time
trees.
that we plant a crop or have a crop of calves, we try and do better because that's what makes our business, our operation, and our way of life better.
Finally done haying. How come you never get a full bale at the end all the time? Listen, my toonie on this whole thing is Justin Trudeau, take your government, take your climate cult, take your drink box water bottle sort of thingy, and go sit in the corner, get out of our fucking way, and let us keep responsibly doing our job. From COVID to the conflict in Ukraine to something as simple as a Canadian citizen getting issued a fucking passport, this liberal government can accomplish nothing. They have absolutely no business, therefore, telling anybody in agriculture how we should manage our on-farm fertilizer practices. These goofballs couldn't even manage a toonie bar at a small town dance, and they want us to think that they can not only manage our fertilizer use, but they can manage global climate change? You want to make a difference on global greenhouse gas emissions? Ensure that we have world market availability for our responsibly produced food, our oil, and our natural gas.
If we were to just look at Canadian natural gas, liquefying it and replacing coal-fired power generation in countries like China and India, here's what we would do to global greenhouse gas emissions. Don't forget Canada's portion. We would take these emissions and reduce them globally by 30%, people.
But what we're going to do here in Canada is we are going to carbon tax Canadians to death. We're going to cap oil and gas emissions, and we are going to go after emissions caused by fertilizer on farm use in the name of global greenhouse gas emissions. Okay, sounds legit. And to those of you that are left watching at this point in time, think about this next time you cast a vote. I'm not just talking about us here in Western Canada, I'm talking about everybody. Ontario, you're growing crops out there, this affects you. Quebec, you got a dairy there, this affects you. You're growing potatoes and PEI, even if you voted for this guy, this affects you and your business. Canada's one of the strongest bison in the herd, and this goofball has us running headfirst off the end of the buffalo jump with our blinders on. Think about that next time you go to put a check mark by somebody's name when you're casting a vote here in Canada, which is a democracy.
Barely at times, but it is. Talk to your local MP. Talk to your advocacy groups, the wheat growers, the canola growers, the Canadian cattlemen. Get your voice heard. That is how we change this.
This is Quick Dick McDick signing off, reminding you, if Canada seems like a hot mess and you're wondering why, you need look no further than this group of guys.
And gals.
People. Kind. Political people kind. Catch you next time.
So there you go. Let's just check out the chat here. Okay. So since we're back down to one viewer, I know it's only half hour in, not even. I'm gonna take a quick smoke break, but I'll leave you with a okay, leave you with your previous podcast. Come on. There we go. Free speech podcast number 3. Hey. No, load that one. Come on, dude. Why? Why you gotta do that? Okay, there we go. Post. Hopefully we'll have some guests on this time. I won't have to just rant about the RCMP. Haven't really chosen a subject for tonight yet, so let's check to make sure I'm live there. Alright, looks good. Alright, back at 7, folks. Why is it asking me to log in? I'm already logged in. Okay, that's weird. Okay, well, so be it. Alright, let's get the intro out of the way. Hopefully I don't get the copyright strike, because I'm going to try to keep it short, under 10 seconds.
Fish for the top. Fish for the top. Fish for the top. Fucking
Alright. There we go. Got that out of the way. So, yeah, what are we talking about tonight? I think someone suggested talking about COVID and the vaccines, but yeah, that's probably going to take me more than a couple hours to get into. So, yeah, do we have any suggestions for topics? Otherwise, yeah, I'll just kind of ramble for a bit. Just asking the chat here. You can see from my orange complexion that I've been getting a lot of sun recently up on the roof. So we're just about done now. We finished with cleaning up the loose shingles and roofing paper, tar paper and that earlier today. And actually, it would have been good weather considering that it rained all last night. And yeah, part of the morning. And then it was mostly overcast with a little bit of drizzle in between in the afternoon. But tomorrow there's going to be heat advisory. It's supposed to get up to like 38 Celsius. So that's like, what, 115 Fahrenheit? Over Tuesday and Wednesday. So that's going to be pretty brutal. Definitely don't want to be roofing, but we got to get the ridge done, ridge line, just along between the south side and facing towards the north side. But that should take about an hour, hour and a half tops, and we're starting at like 7:30, quarter to 8 in the morning. So have a coffee, smoke, head up, get it done. Hopefully I won't need to head up. The head roofer Vince, he'll pretty much be able to do it himself. We just need to be there to pass some tools or get rid of some loose shingles. And then we're taking a break from all that until probably end of September, unless we get a real cooling down period where it's like mid-teens, because it was just brutal working in July on the roof when it's so damn hot and there's so much UV. I think I got enough vitamin D to last me through till the end of the year. If I get any more red, I'm gonna, I don't know, qualify for a different ethnicity. They say white people can't tan or aren't people of color. I mean, yeah, we get red in the sun, get blue in the cold. We go green when we're sick. We get white, well, default pink, I guess, but we go real ashen white when we're scared or whatever. We're more people of color than anyone else. I think some comic said that once. I can't remember exactly who, but yeah. We're definitely a colorful bunch. And some of us tan better than others, yeah. I'm part Irish, so I mean, I really should be a lobster by now, but I guess it's because of constant and not consistent tanning. It's not like I was out there trying to tan. I was out there working on the roof. And before that was a barbecue, so it's like I try to get as much shade as possible, but you're still getting the reflection off the shingles and that from UV. So, yeah, looking like Trump, I guess. Orange man bad. Or George Hamilton, I guess. If I shaved the beard and my hair was all white or blonde, I guess for Trump. It's huge, huge. So, yeah, I could talk about the Different riots going on right now, protests in Holland. So they got the Dutch ad out here. I support Holland farmers. I think in Poland and Italy, they're also taking up arms. So let's check to see what the latest news is on that. I tried having to go to Twitter, but let's see what's trending. Most of the people I follow are pretty based, though. No, I don't want notifications, thank you. Jeopardy was on the news. Who cares? No, I don't want to follow Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that's why. Okay, I'm signed in here as my dad. All right, gotta launch an opera. I really should be using Brave, but I'll get around to it eventually. I had it on the old computer, and I was trying to transfer whatever credit system they had there over to this one, but it wouldn't recognize it for some reason. So okay, whatever. Oh, what's new on Twitter? Taking forever to load. Yeah, a couple weeks back, I don't know if they still had it, but they were sending in the Dutch army, I think. Or was that just like a week ago? Oh, this week has felt like a month. All the roofing and that. And it's been 2 weeks that we've been roofing basically since we got the supplies around. Yeah. 2 weeks ago. Damn. Okay, what does Poswell do in here? Hey, look at that, 7 minutes. Right on the money. All right. Let's check on Ben's status here. Okay. Said 20 minutes, and it's been more like 40 minutes, so. Yeah, okay. What else do I want to discuss here? Ba, 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 ba. Huh. Okay. Should we start talking about monkeypox? Uh-oh, look at that. Part of the no COVID club. You've likely been infected without knowing. It's Wall Street Journal. I'm not giving them a click. Why is Stevie Nicks in the thing? Pierre Trudeau. I'm just checking to see what's trending right now on Twitter. Looking for another topic to discuss. Come on. 20 minutes left on that. Why is this still reloading? Come on. Good break. All right. Come on, get that. Yeah, this is real entertaining, isn't it? I wanted to give Ben the chance to join because he's still on vacation right now. I think he's going back to work tomorrow. We're supposed to go to Vegas, but I guess that's gonna have to wait till end of August. Come on, load. There we go. See your damn sig washed away. All of yours. Oh, because I went for a smoke break? Okay, you ready to join in, man? Yeah, here. RTC connecting. All right, voice connected. Invite. Repping. Find my earbuds. Okay, no worries. I'm just gonna send you the invite here. Why can I not? Oh, this is the invite to karaoke. Right. Okay. Invite people. Here, Jesus. Sure. Any rice. Hey, how's it going? Hunger. Good to see you, man. Sound like poo. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, you know where the link is on the karaoke and music parody stream or channel. Just click on the free speech link when you're ready to join. You want to come in? You want to join in, Hunger? You're welcome to. It's open. Our lines are open. Taking your calls. Operators are standing by. I'll make myself another drink in the meantime. So I met a new waitress at the bar today. Her name's Jessica. She's pretty cute. About 23, I think, 24. And yeah, flirted for a bit. So we'll see where that goes. Josh is going to keep asking about that other chick who was 18 at the time. I was like, I'm pretty sure she's like 20 now. So that was Monica. I don't even know if she still works at the bar. You joining in, Ben? They're still looking for those earbuds. Who's Amber? Bambi? Chicks I met at a bar somewhere. Angel. Maybe it was a strip club. Yeah. All right. Well, let's keep moving along here and see if there's something else going on I could discuss. I think Ghislaine Maxwell just got bumped down to a low security prison now. That seems to be trending at the moment. Prison perks. She's moving to a cushy prison with shocking amenities. I think she's going to be like yoga instructor and working on painting or something. Oh yeah, that was on my Louder with Crowder email. Where was that now? Where was this in my junk email? Oh, right, meeting minutes. Why is that showing up in there? This is not junk. Inbox. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, there we go. Yeah, she will learn to bake. That's what it says. Ghislaine Maxwell is moving to a low-security prison where she will check notes, teach yoga, learn to bake. Yeah, maybe I should bring that up on the screen now. So yeah, I doubt we're ever going to get that client list. And we already have the flight logs to was it St. James Island? And Bill Clinton was on that 28 times. When Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted for sex trafficking, there was concern that she might kill herself in prison. You know, like her boyfriend, convicted pedo Jeffrey Epstein, did. It would appear such a concern doesn't exist as Maxwell is being moved to a minimum security prison in sunny Florida. The Daily Mail reports the disgraced socialite has been moved from Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. Her lawyers have accused authorities there of breaching her rights by shining a torch in her cell every 15 minutes. Torch? We got a flashlight? What are we in? England? Oh yeah, torch. Torch in the boot. And subject her to invasive searches while filming her at all hours. No doubt to make what? She was on candid camera? At least the security cameras weren't shut down, because then she would have got... No doubt to make up when they got distracted and allowed Jeffrey Epstein to kill himself. Maxwell has been moved to FCI Tallahassee. The judge wanted her moved to Danbury, Connecticut, but the judge was overruled by the Bureau of Prions. The Bureau of Prions. God, these people need to get fucking editors here. Prisons, for some reason. Prions. Oh, she got like cow, fucking mad cow disease or something. She got prions. On a totally unrelated note, still no word about Maxwell's client list of powerful people. Should have covered that P in the link too. She trafficked underage girls for allegedly. In Tallahassee, Ghislaine will be able to check notes, continue teaching yoga as she was doing for her fellow Brooklyn inmates. Ghislaine wished to learn a trade. The following are available: electrician, baker, horticulturist, plumber, and cosmology. To pass the time, Maxwell will be free to do Pilates, lift weights, to play softball, flag football, and frisbee. She can also read a book in the recreational library. A reminder, Ghislaine Maxwell was found guilty of sex trafficking minors, as well as 4 other crimes. As part of her penalty for sex trafficking minors, this is where she will be spending the next 20 years, pending appeal. As a question, where will you, or who I'm assuming are not convicted sex traffickers, be spending your vacation this summer, and how does it match up against the FCI Tallahassee? Yeah. So there's that. Okay. Mysterious life forms discovered in centuries-old Hawaiian lava caves. Why is Stephen Harper trained? Oh, because he's supporting Pierre Poilievre, probably. Win the next federal election? Yeah, right. It'll be rigged in Trudeau's favor again. Let's head back to home then. Getting silver. Vaccine campaign will go down the biggest scandal in medical history. Yep, sure will. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern. We will continue to be your single source of truth unless you hear it from us. It is not the truth. Sure. All right, let's see what this commie bitch has to say.
The most up-to-date information daily. You can trust us as a source of that information. You can also trust the Director General of Health and the Ministry of Health. For that information, do feel free to visit at any time to clarify any rumour you may hear. covid19.govt.nz. Otherwise, dismiss anything else. We will continue to be your single source of truth. We will provide information frequently. We will share everything we can, everything else you see, a grain of salt. And so I really ask people to focus on that.
The most egregious example of that appears to be this text which originated in Malaysia and has become a viral hoax in Australia and in New Zealand. How irresponsible is it the people that are sharing that news of a lockdown imminent in New Zealand?
Yeah, and look, that's the kind of thing that adds to the anxiety that people feel. So I continue to share the message. New Zealanders must prepare. But do not panic, prepare. And when you see those messages, remember that unless you hear it from us, it is not the truth. And I really ask
We
people,
are not quacks.
just visit covid19.govt.nz.
Be
It has
careful,
all
you
of the
little
up-to-date
girl.
information.
Be
And
looking
we
out
will
for your best
continue to
interest
provide
and
everything
health
you
and
need to.
safety.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Global walkout. What's this? Are to blame for the decline of our democracies, the increase in our living expenses, as well as for the destruction of our economic support. Support the global walkout. Yeah, walkout from what? Oh, she's a German member. Huh. Yeah, bring Trump back. Hey, Al Capone's real voice.
Dollars in my pocket. My son is. I came to Chicago with $40 in my pocket. My son is now 12. I'm still married and I love my wife dearly. We had to make a living. I was younger than I am now and thought I needed more. I didn't believe in prohibiting people from getting the things they wanted. I thought prohibition was an unjust law, and I still do. I came to Chicago.
Alright, let's check on Ben here. You joining soon, Ben, or what? Why is this freezing up? Okay, there we go. Maybe I should go for another smoke now. It's even been a half hour. But I'm at a lull right now. We're just looking for something to discuss. I'm waiting for Ben to join. So, come on, Ben, chop chop. Otherwise, I'll play some more of my previous free speech podcasts. Go have another smoke. And look at the crap they're putting on the packs now. Isn't that gross? It's like the guy ate the fucking cottage cheese or something. It's like seafood. Ah. See, my tongue's fine. Ah. Fucking mouth cancer. I'm gonna get lung cancer, man. Got more tar in here than a parking lot. And then the liver cancer from this. Oh. Cheers. Cheers to cancer. All right, I'll play some more of my free speech podcasts from last week and go have a smoke. And I'll be back in 7 minutes, folks. Yeah, forget him. What's going on with Dutch farmers? Yeah, they had like a tank. And they were going to send in the army, and then part of the army, like a division or something like that, decided they were going to join with the farmers. So, Borden. Now, yeah. So I think the whole thing started with the farmers. They were told by the Dutch government that a third of their land was going to be taken from them. I imagine they would have to sell back the land at a premium or something like that, or buy them out. Not just going to reclaim the land like they're doing in South Africa, where they butcher the farmers and rape the mothers and daughters and that. That's pretty horrible what's happening in South Africa. It's like payback for apartheid or something. And they wonder why they can't grow enough food and they have rolling blackouts every 4 hours. But yeah, in Holland, yeah, they wanted to get rid of a third of the farms due to like nitrogen levels or something like that were being released. So probably all this climate change, carbon tax bullshit. I mean, yeah, sure, man's contributing to the destruction of nature and that, but How much of an impact is that having on climate, considering we've had like 4 and we're overdue for a 5th? Or has there been 5 ice ages so far? I don't know. I think we're supposed to get them every 10,000 years or something like that, and we're long overdue for another. And it's not going to be like Day After Tomorrow, the Roland Emmerich film with Jake Gyllenhaal. Dennis Quaid would have made an excellent Joker. He's got that smile. Oh, German farmers are on a convoy in action to heat on the border between Germany and Netherlands. So that's what I don't get. I mean, like a third of Holland already, the Netherlands, has been reclaimed from the sea. Why don't they just extend into the North Sea and, build dikes further in or further out? And, yeah, so anyways, they wanted to reclaim that so they could create public housing for a lot of these migrant workers that are coming in from North Africa and Middle East, so that they would get short-term benefits from taxing them and providing rentals. Yet, how are you going to grow all your food? I think Netherlands is one of the top exporters of European horticulture, right? Agriculture, not just tulips or cheese. Edam, Gouda. I lived in Amsterdam for a year, so I mean, sort of. Well, I wouldn't say it hits close to home. I lived in Germany longer and more recently, about 6 years, 3 months. Deutschland, hence the name. But yeah, I totally sympathize with the farmers. Plights, just as I did with the truckers convoy here in Canada. So, and they're actually using the Canadian flag as a symbol of rebellion there. So that's pretty cool that it's been appropriated as like the skull and bones for the piracy. Yep. Canadian truckers showed them how to do it. They led the way. Canadians vanguard in the war against the elites. Yeah, so it's like some bullshit excuse in order to have the short-term gains from having housing there, low-income, affordable housing. But the problem is because of the alluvial soil and lack of bedrock, like you have to use. Like I saw them building some of those office buildings. I think it was like ABN AMRO or something like that, or ING, Rabobank, something like that. They were putting in these pylons. They were like pounding them into the ground with this heavy machinery in order to get down to the bedrock. So I mean, it's great for the soil, for alluvial soil, but you can't build any buildings over like 3 or 4 stories. And of course, a lot of the places, if you've ever been to the Anne Frank house, I mean, that's a perfect example, is they have these narrow steps that you almost have to tiptoe up, It's like designed for a geisha girl or something. Broken toes, Someone who had their feet bound to make them petite. It's crazy, I don't know. Yeah, so I was lucky to get a place when I was living in Amsterdam, just off of Amstelveen, so close to the Amstel station. Yeah, a lot of Amstels there. And that was like a 10-minute commute to work, so that was perfect because that was right across from the station there. I was on Transvaalstraat, I believe, so it was like right around the corner where Theo van Gogh, I think, was a distant relative of Vincent van Gogh, the Dutch Impressionist painter, where he was shot for making a documentary about Muslim women and some rather feminism in the Islamic world. I can't remember exactly. Okay, enough of that. Check on Ben. Ben, are you joining? Ben, are you joining? Alright. Alright, what else can we discuss here? Oh, good for them. Come on, Ben. Don't leave me hanging. Hmm. All right. We're waiting on Ben. Uh, bu- 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 yeah, I'm running out of things to talk about, so I guess we'll just play some more of my previous podcasts. I'll go grab something to eat real quick. Finish off the fries I had for with my Reuben for dinner. Exactly what it was, but back in a few minutes. Somewhat controversial. Yeah, I killed. And that was just like around the corner, so there was a lot of a strong Muslim community there in that district that I was living in. And I guess, yeah, they're trying to expand that and taking over farms. And it's like, well, where are you going to grow the food then? You know? So it doesn't make sense. I've heard now, too, from boots on the ground from Southern Purple One that there's farms down the states that are being bought up not just by Bill Gates, who's now the largest farmland owner in the U.S., that there's these solar energy companies that are building like solar farms and that. I guess because the land's already flat and it's cleared of tree and shrub and debris and trunks and that rocks. Um, they're either leasing it out to them or they're trying to finance their own. But of course, banks aren't providing that the financing for that for small ventures, from individual farmers. So they have to form like a collective or something like that to get it done. Or they're just selling their land outright. And yeah, where are you gonna grow the crops? Where are you gonna have the livestock grazing? If everything is all solar farms, it's like, wouldn't it make more sense to build that out in areas that are inhospitable to things like they have that huge solar array that was featured in Fallout New Vegas? What was that called? The Hyperion Project, I think. It's a Capricorn. I'm trying to remember the exact mission, but it was guarded by the NCR troops, and it was just like, yeah, something out of was like Archimedes, I think, that Greek scientist or inventor that came up with the death ray from the sun that he was going to use to torch naval units from like Persia or the Phoenicians, other groups that were attacking them. So the Greek navy. Huh. Yeah. So why don't they build them out in the desert? Or like in mountainous regions where you can't really grow much or it's not having any impact on wildlife. I mean, if people really cared about the environment that much, why wouldn't they be out there planting trees instead of trying to turn that into like biofuel? So it was actually a pretty good documentary made by, I don't know if he directed it. I mean, it might have been like an executive producer or something like that, but it's affiliated at least with Michael Moore. Most of his documentaries have been very left-leaning, very pro-union, pro-democrat crap. Although it's the same guy that did Canadian Bacon, which is one of my favorite films. So, I mean, that's right up there with Strange Brew with Bob and Doug McKenzie. Yeah. Take off, you hosers. Eh, beauty. Yeah, Canadian Bacon with John Candy and that. Well, Dan Aykroyd and Like Alan Alda was playing the president, Rip Torn is his general. That was pretty awesome. You know? He made some good comedies before he turned into like a controversial filmmaker. But I can't remember the name of it. Midgie was telling me about that, and I'm wondering if she's actually involved with this Dutch protest. I mean, she's been involved since like day one with counter protests against mandates and vaccines and lockdowns and everything. So more than likely, yeah, she's. I'd like to get in contact with her. I wrote to her a while back, but she hasn't responded yet. I guess she's busy, like handing out leaflets or going to protests and that sort of thing. But yeah, it looks like the Germans are joining the fight, which is pretty cool. It's been even on. Yeah. It looks like Russell Brand is weighing in and said it's in order to bankrupt the farmers so their land can be grabbed. This shows you how the Great Reset operates. That makes sense. Had a Reuben. Ontario goes Dutch. This Saturday, July 3rd, convoy groups from across Ontario united to support the Dutch farmers in the international fight for freedom. Okay, so that's Saturday, huh? So they're leaving from Eastgate Square in Hamilton. Oh, maybe I can get in on that. Tried. What's going on here? I'm just scrolling through to see if there's anything else, any updates on what's going on in Holland. So Louis Brackpool is there for reporting for Rebel News. I mean, they were spraying down the police precincts, police stations, and I think it was some members of Parliament's houses, or maybe the Parliament House itself, which I think is in Den Haag, the Hague, where they have the International World's Court or something like that, where they tried people for like war crimes and that. They were spraying that down with fertilizer and manure, so that was pretty cool. And they're blocking traffic and some of that, stopping. They're just creating havoc. So they've gone above and beyond what the freedom fighters and the convoy in Ottawa were doing, which was consisted basically of bouncy castles and just having fun in the snow. That was a truly peaceful protest. International demonstrations. Dutch farmers are calling for. The world is going Dutch. Against radical climate policies on July 23rd. So that's cool. I wonder if that's all in Dutch.
Cutting back the herd isn't the cause of any problems. You know, we are that's problem.
Let me bring this over here. Let me just share that screen. Display capture. Okay.
Probably on this moment the main cause of it all. We're not talking about nitrogen. No, they just want to reduce the national herd. Well, every farmer all around the world and also every citizen knows that cutting back the herd isn't the cause of any problems. You know, we are producing food. 2/3 of agricultural land on the planet can only be grown by grass, and you need cows like this for making grass into meat or into milk or whatever you want.
Jeez.
Whatever problem with emissions, with pollution on the world you are asking about, whether it's not chemical, but farming is probably a part of the problem, but most of it all, it's part of the solution. Well, Dutch farmers now are getting angry every day more. Government is not listening, and what we are fearing for is we have to leave our land, and that's also a deeper agenda behind it. In Holland, they just want to have farmers' land. 62% of the area in Holland is farmed by farmers, and what they want to do is they want to have the land cheap, so they're making it nature first. And when they have the land in their hands, they can build houses on it. Houses we don't need by Dutch citizens, because average Dutch couple is getting 1.8, 1.9 kids. So what's the problem of the demand for houses that we get 100,000 refugees in this country every year. That's why they have to build houses. Well, that's a shortcut of our problems right now. Farmers are getting angry. They're not listened by the government. Every solution we came on with, they don't take it. And what we see right now, when we have to reduce our national herd, when we have to reduce our herds by ourselves, farms will break down. On this moment, when the plan of the government is coming through, probably 30, 40, 50% of the farmers have to fear for the future. That's why we're on the street. That's why we're protesting.
Hell yeah. Oh, Spain and Italy joined Germany and Poland. Nice. Viva la vision. Oh, it's the same one over again. Why is Klaus Schwab's trending? Oh, maybe this one.
What we stand for. This is my hometown, folks. This is what we stand for. We stand unite with the farmers. They want to disown the farmers from their property. You know what it is when you don't have property anymore? You got children. What do you do with your children? You want to become a farmer. So please stand up. And also the farmers, we get our food. Everything comes from the farmers. So
we're all gonna have to become farmers soon enough.
Please,
victory gardens, right?
Wake up. Don't let this
Back
go,
in World War II.
Go
Russia.
down as many people go dead or something else, or just please wake up. Let the world show what's going on right here. It's no good. The agenda from Klaus Schwab, the 2030 agenda, this is rolled out. It's nothing to do with disowning your own folks. It's terrible. Please wake up. This is my home.
Go over another smoke. Back at some folks.
We stand unite with the farmers. They want to.
Okay, let's just check this. What a dipshit. Okay, WF, it's not a conspiracy, it's a published mission statement. People are beginning to see that governments are mostly following an agenda laid out for them in bilateral global agreements that they cannot or will not deviate from, and that you did not vote for. There was an urgent need for global stakeholders to cooperate in simultaneously managing the direct consequences of the COVID-19 crisis to improve the state of the world. The World Economic Forum is starting the Great Reset Initiative. As we enter a unique window of opportunity to shape the recovery, this initiative will offer insights to help inform all those determining the future state of global relations, the direction of national economies, the priorities of societies, the nature of business models, and the management of global commons. Drawing from that vision and vast expertise of leaders engaged across the forum's communities, the Great Reset Initiative has a set of dimensions to build a new social contract that honors the dignity of every human being. Yeah, right. Bullshit. Let's see what this
technologies. I enumerated 24 different technologies. And at the end, it is a fusion of the material or physical, biological, and digital world. What we are seeing now in new technological breakthroughs, I just had also the pleasure to see the Center for Neuroscience here. I think at the end we will see a combination, a power which is based on a combination of those three dimensions: physical, biological, and digital.
Yeah, you first, buddy. You first. You can be the guinea pig.
at a turning. History is truly at a turning point. We do not yet know the full extent and the systemic and structural changes which will happen. However, we do know that global energy systems, food systems, and supply chains will be
fucking up right
deeply
now.
affected.
Yeah.
History.
No shit. Fucking throw a monkey wrench into it, assholes. Yeah, look at all these fuckers from Canada, huh? All over the world, really. Biden. Everyone that's saying Build Back Better. Yeah, even Putin. Yep. Well, he's out now, right? Scott Thompson. They have a new, he's probably a World Economic Forum member, too. Before him was Merkel. Well, pretty much all of them. Well, Boris is out now, Bojo. BlackRock, yeah. European Union. Yep. Yeah, they're all in on it. So, George Carlin said it's one big club and you're not in it. We're not in it. Okay, I'm gonna run a video because I feel like going for smoke since, yeah, not too much going on with viewership at the moment and audience participation. So, let me see here. Try to find an older video here. Don't have anything with music on. Well, here's an earlier version of me. Oh wait, no, that's not gonna. I guess I have to. Yeah, I guess you can load up part of my unboxing. Where's that at now? There we go. Enjoy this video of me. Welcome back, folks. George Landan here, doing another unboxing of a package I received from Canadian Prepper not too long ago. It arrived Thursday, I think, but I've been so busy roofing, haven't really had the time to unbox any of this stuff. So, yeah, I guess Let me fix up a drink and we'll get started. So today, doing some Canadian Club. Let's wet my whistle here a bit. Feels like I got roof coof. Had trouble breathing earlier, so. And the last few days, every time I woke up, feels like when I splash cold water in my face to wake up before I get the coffee in me. Because I'm barely functional without coffee. Felt like my skull was trying to explode out of my head. Like my face just felt like it was like even like from the top right down to the jaw and back and everything, just expanding. I don't know if that was like from heat stroke or something, but yeah, it was brutal. And even like the dentist, when I went for an appointment on Wednesday for cleaning and X-rays, he said that, "Hey man, what's up? What's up?" Oh no, I was out getting a cigarette. So yeah, what's up? Did you want to join the podcast? What? Sorry, I missed that. Oh, well, okay. All right. Are you still watching or? Okay. Oh, shit. Let's try that again. What the fuck is going on with this stupid thing here? Am I using up too much bandwidth or something? Yeah, sorry about that. I thought you were saying take care like you were getting off. Oh, okay. What's fucked up? Oh shit. Oh. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean you're welcome to have your stuff here in storage. It's just yeah, yeah. I'm currently on. I got you on right now, so I didn't know if you want to divulge too much information. Do you want to drop by or? Yeah, yeah. Come around the back door and I'll have you on in person if you want to. Okay, I'll see you in about what, like 5-10 minutes. Okay, sounds good. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, bye. All right, so we're gonna have a live guest tonight. Yeah, Vince is dealing with some issues, so there's the roofer, a brother from another mother. So let's check on Ben, see if he's gonna join. Hey, hola, how's it going? Good to see you. Would you like to join the podcast too? Yeah, I've sort of run out of ideas to talk about or subjects to discuss. So if you guys want to talk about anything, just let me know. Ben or Ben's gonna drop by in a bit, but I don't know if Ben's gonna be joining. Left the line open for him. Yeah, if you're on Discord, feel free to drop in. Lines are open. Operators are standing by. Otherwise, we'll have Vince on. I'm gonna have to get him another headset or something, I guess. So, or we'll just have to talk to this one. So we shall see. Let me just give Twitter another check here. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What was that? Okay, let's scroll up here. Huh. Okay. That was a Dutch farmer for war. Oh, great. The World Economic Forum wants to end private car ownership. Fantastic. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hell yeah. So someone made it across the American border and back into Canada. No ArriveCAN, no PCR, no Vax disclosure. They told us to pull the lane 2. I didn't. Guard ran up and stopped us. Asked if it was an illegal detention. He said no. Called his supervisor and then sent us on our way. No fines, no PHO, nada. This is the way. Hell yeah. All right. Well, Vince will be dropping by in a bit. I don't want to have to go for another smoke just yet, but I will if I must. Let me just double check here. Oh, all right. Sorry. Not much of a talker, more of a listener. Boring chick here. No worries. You'll be able to get our mature tag so I can drop some lemons. Oh, yeah. I need to figure that out. It's been about a little over a week now, but I was busy with roofing before that. But yeah, I've got some time now before officially start working for eBay. So yeah, I will definitely see about getting that X tag drop so you can provide lemons. I don't really do much with the lemons, so but yeah, thanks for the support. Yeah, I will definitely get on that. So Vince should be here shortly. I'm just checking in to see what Ben is doing. Doesn't seem to be joining just yet. Congrats, by the way. Oh, thanks. Well, it's not official yet. That's the problem. I gotta wait. The last time I heard from them was Thursday evening. So let me just check the email here again. From Caroline. Oh wait, I could just go to sent items. It'd probably be faster. I responded to her. So this was Tuesday, just after dinner. I think. Hi Daniel, our HR team is looking at the process for extending your contract to a Canadian citizen / resident. I appreciate your patience. I believe you are close. So okay, thanks for the update, and I look forward to the next steps in this process. Best regards. So yeah, I was hoping I'd hear something by Friday, or maybe today, but no, so far nothing. So let me bring this back up. I'll go grab a smoke and then let Vince in, and then we'll have a live guest on. I'll go back to this. My sinuses were all smoke break up. Is on a smoke break. Because it is not good to be breathing through your mouth. It's like usually I try to breathe through my nose and out through my mouth or something. So. That's good. All right, back in time, folks. Yeah, so I got this thing that I haven't tried in a while, or haven't tried yet, rather. It's a big sinus inhaler, so that's not from Canadian Prepper, but yeah, it's supposed to help alleviate congestion from allergies and colds. So probably gonna do like the Dennis Hopper and Blue Velvet later. So, anyways, let's get on with the unboxing. Oh shit, that stuff's weighing me down back there. All right, I need that, I guess. So I've already kind of got the box on the go here. Maybe I should tip this down so you can see the floor a bit better there. That'll hold. I'd have to weigh it down a bit. Come on. I got so much black electrical tape there, it's not even funny. Okay, it's slowly rising. Maybe I should weigh it down somehow. Can I use to weigh it down? More black electrical tape, I guess. Alright. Come around the sides there. And then just tape that off on the monitor. That should work. When we don't find you handsome, they'll at least find you handy, right? Red or green, keep your stick on the ice. Alright, let me see if I can get this all the way out here. It's a big old box. We're not realistic on that side there. Alright, it just gets through here. So, where's the box? Come on, stay down. There we go. It's a better perspective. A shaky cam. Alright. We don't need that. Or all this packing stuff. Toss all that. So, first things first. Got a from Soul Survive Outdoors Longer flat pack collapsible bucket 10 liter. So let's test this out. How does this expand here? Does this pop up like that? Let's go that way. No, that's the bottom of the bucket, right? So frisbee. Good doggy dish. Maybe the instructions are on here. Expect the unexpected. Height is 10 inches. Okay. Great for dishwashing, campsite cleanup, and gear storage. How do you unfold this? You have to twist it or something? Oh. I want to break it. Nope, there we go. Okay, so it just kind of pops out like that. That's pretty cool. So, bleh, if I drink too much. Alright, put that aside. Okay, there then. Nope, don't fall. Put that in there. And I got some free peak stuff. That's pretty cool. So, because a return customer also got the 10% discount. So, thank you for that. Appreciate it. We'll keep it all together, but it's, yeah, 25 years shelf life, 3 servings, 1 pound of fresh fruit and veggies. And then there's also poulet rice, so chicken with rice, home style, I guess. And then there's a couple other ones there, breakfast, some other eggs, sausage. So I'd open it up, but I kind of want to keep that for my bug out bag, so I'll throw that back there. What else do we got here? Jumbo camp shower. So this is like solar heated heat water direct from the sun, 5 gallons, lightweight, non-toxic PVC, compact, easy use. Holds enough water for 3 to 4 showers, 5 gallon, 19 liters capacity. So before you use the camp shower, rinse the bag with 1 tablespoon baking soda and very warm water. Sort of like a camel pack, you know, you can hang up. Fill a camp shower bag with water, place on a flat, stable surface that is exposed to direct sunlight. In approximately 3 hours, you'll be able to enjoy a relaxing hot shower. Camp shower can attain temperatures in excess of 120 Fahrenheit, so that's about 40 Celsius. Test the water before using and add cold water as needed, not to be used as a container for drinking water. World famous. Yeah. So I'm not gonna. All right, I'm back. Let's move that over the side there. Okay. Got here. All right, where were we here? If I'd be copyright struck for humming along to the A-Team theme song. Let's see if anyone's available for guest appearance. Is Ben on yet? Will you be joining my free speech cast tonight as a guest? Check to see who else is available. Okay, nobody at the moment. That's fine. That's fine. Guess I could just continue to ramble for a while. I'll fix up another drink then. Yeah, so I was talking about Klaus Schwab, the Great Reset. I don't know if you've seen the video about him talking about how he's penetrated half of the cabinet under Trudeau. We have penetrated the Canadian cabinet, ministers, parliaments, with young leaders of the World Economic Forum. Yeah, let me see if I can dig up that one. Let me just bring that back into frame. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, this is right as
The
they live.
stresses of finding work, waves of lockdowns, and the stresses of finding work or returning to workplaces have even amplified the existential and often silent mental health crisis.
Well, duh.
So, what should you do? You are calling for the international community to safeguard vaccine equity, to respond to COVID-19 and prevent future health crises. Nobody will be safe if not everybody is vaccinated.
Fuck that. Pure blood. Well, Hitler did say if he couldn't conquer Europe, well, maybe he meant eventually the world, through military means or by force, then he would do it economically and socially. What is the quote exactly? I better look that up, just so you know I'm not talking on my ass, which I generally tend to do. Hitler quote: conquer the world. Aha, look at that. To conquer a nation, first disarm its citizens. Right out of Mein Kampf. Yeah, if you actually listen to some of Hitler's quotes in German, and if you have an understanding of German, it does sound pretty socialist. I mean, they were the National Socialist Democratic Party, Nazis. No, I'm trying to find that one world to conquer. Well, maybe Europe. Europe. Oh, financially. Let's try that. Livestock speech. Let's check wiki quote here. Economic. Wow. Okay. Let's try conquer. Conquers them. Okay. Water. Conquer Leningrad. Urals. History shows that all conquerors who have allowed their subject races to carry arms have prepared their own downfall by doing so. The most foolish mistake we could possibly make would be to allow the subject races to possess arms. Disarming the population. Testament of Adolf Hitler. The Civil War in which the Southern states were conquered against all historical logic and sound sense, the American people have been in a condition of political and popular decay. In that war, it's not the Southern states, but the American people themselves who were conquered. In this spurious blossoming of economic progress and power politics, America has ever since been drawn deeper into the mire of progressive self-destruction. Beginnings of a great new social order based on the principle of slavery and inequality were destroyed by that war, and with them also the embryo of a future truly great America that would not have been ruled by a corrupt caste of tradesmen, but by a real Herren class that would have swept away all the falsities of liberty and equality. I'm looking for his quote about, if we couldn't conquer Europe militarily, then he would have conquered it financially and through policy or something, politically, I guess.
I'm just watching along.
Pretty sure. Well, it should pick up like your audio. You want to pour your drink or so? You want double?
Good luck trying to find it in Europe. Yeah,
There you go.
Okay.
Bring my drink over here.
Back
Cheers.
right there.
Salute.
Let's try it economically.
All right, let's pause that. So I was looking up like a Hitler quote or something. Okay, folks, welcome back. Deutschland Dan here with Vince. You want to say a few words?
Good evening, everyone. How you doing? How's it going? What's up?
No one's gonna talk.
No one's gonna talk yet.
Yeah, no, you're streaming, so it's
Takes a bit.
yeah. Well, no, there's no delay. Well, there's a bit of a delay, it's like 5 seconds or something, but that's the chat there. So just sort of get familiar.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. So if you were to join in or something like that, you join in through here through Discord. I'm waiting on a guy from Minnesota to join in. So that would just be the free speech chat right there. So I've already tried to invite a few people that were already online, but looks like you're technically still online.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, not a problem. I can show you. So, rooftop trucker clocks. Hell yeah. You know it. Cheers.
Cheers.
So, you want to chat about anything, or what's on your mind?
No.
Feel free, like, discussing anything.
You know, what anybody says, just fine with me.
What's the situation on the roof?
On which roof?
Our roof.
Oh, your roof. It's sealed. It's just got to be coiffured. Just needs caps put on. It's just the ridge caps, and that's nothing. That today would have been a nice day for it actually, because it's perfect weather.
Yeah.
So it's not going to have to wait until September.
No, but I figure, it's better to get it all done when the weather's nice and it's not like we're running the risk of heat stroke or anything.
Yeah, no, but like today would have been because the weather was just perfect.
Yeah.
However, things are going the way they go.
Yeah.
Now you know what's happening with me.
Yeah, but feel free not to discuss if you don't want to.
No, that's not a big deal, man.
If you want to talk about like something you went through, past life type thing, or
The end of the end.
yeah.
Holy shit, are they ever fucking? They've just slowed it down.
Right.
That's all they've done.
So you're talking about the end game
with the governments and everybody, all of it. It's end of the end.
Cheers to the end of the world.
Cheers to the end of the world. Yeah. Now Australia. Oh. Oh man, that sure is the right thing. You know what? It's the right thing to do. Oh, Jose. You know what? The beauty, product placement. Now this is with what I just went through, which is kind of personal, but you're my brother. So hey, you're my brother, and you always will be. And wow.
How'd you plug laptop repair shop? Okay. Yeah. Where do we get started with that one? Fuck.
Who's where? What with the laptop repair?
Yeah,
you read?
Laptop repair shop. You've heard okay. Tell me what you know as a normie.
Of about
buying laptop. Do you know about the Chinese foot massage?
No, not a thing. No,
okay.
no.
Do you want to get into that?
That would be funny. Sure, why not?
Okay, so this is going back. This was kind of like the Republicans' October surprise. I know you're not a fan of Rudy Giuliani, but he was the one that got the initiative.
Now, you know what? He was what he was.
Yeah.
And he did, when he was the mayor of New York, he was, but you know what? They all get infused with this power fucking shit and fucking people get killed.
Yeah.
And that's all I see from that.
But he did take down the mafia with Rico, too.
No, he didn't. Rico didn't really work very well. It said if you, what it did was it changed the law that said, well, if you rat on him first, you get to walk away. Nah. Yeah. So what's his name? Fucking. Oh yeah, I know. That's awful. He should have been in the mafia because he was really good. Yeah. No, he was in a couple of B stuff. He was in one with
Well, wasn't his daughter in a bunch of films too? Mina Servino?
Yes, I do believe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that yeah. And I saw something today that unnerved me on YouTube, which was like uh, uh, it was about Morgan Freeman as if he died, and I didn't see anything if he died. But this thing was only posted on YouTube like 8, 9 days ago or something, and I was like, but it was about his life, and so they didn't say it was a biography. They said it's like no, but I went if he died, we would certainly know it, and I'm like, it just doesn't make a sense at all. I mean, he's the only guy who played God more than twice. And yeah, greatest movie ever that I've seen, which probably happened maybe once in a whole world, was fucking that movie he was in. No, no, that was not that one. Shawshank Redemption. That was absolutely incredible. Red. Yeah, no, that's so perfect. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Well, yeah. For real. I don't know. I don't know any of these information because I don't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Oh wow, really? Holy. Yeah. Of the computer store. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my. Oh. Yeah. You know what? As long as it's not, but as long as it doesn't have anything to do with their daily job or their work, I have no problems what they do in their personal lives. Okay? So Rob Ford is the only mayor of Toronto that ever balanced the fucking books in almost a hundred fucking years. And he no he actually balanced the books of Toronto, which nobody had done. And the place was booming everywhere, man, because I worked all over there then. But he did it on he didn't do it at work. Mm. Marion Barry, Washington. Yeah. So it's all the same kind of stuff that goes on here. Only this is different. This is oh no, I mean, what's his name there? Biden. This is what he's doing. What he had going on is in conjunction with the worldwide monetary system of like fuck, man. Well, it's maybe not that. Yeah, maybe yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah. You know. Yeah.
So not only did he have that stuff, he was getting a foot job from
Yeah.
this Chinese spy who may or may not have been one of the cast members of Mulan, where they were filming a Disney film and they congratulated the people that were. There were some weaker extras in the background that ended up getting killed afterwards.
Wow.
So in that district, where was it, Xinjiang or something like that province.
Wow. Wow.
Listening while I got customers.
Talk about convoluted
He's
bullshit.
working at a gas station right now, so we're on.
But yeah.
We're on air at a gas station.
Well, hey, how is everybody doing tonight? How are you getting your ethyl and
menthol smokes?
menthol smokes? Yeah. No, no. One of his dogs smoked them.
Yeah.
So
The dog that was pooping in the White House.
biting people. Biting people. Yeah, you know
Why
what?
was he chasing his dog out of the shower when he's naked?
Well, hey, the best part is that you should have trained a dog to bite Trump.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want anybody to bite Trump.
So it gets worse with the Hunter Biden laptop. So I knew about all this shit back in October because I was checking Patriots.win, which was
And I'm just kidding about Trump. Trump, yay, no.
That's fine, man. Whatever.
I know. I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you might end up with a comedy podcast here. You know that,
sure.
eh?
Yeah. Well, this is kind of what it is. We're just kind of shooting the shit.
Yeah.
I mean, say what's on your mind. If you're not a supporter of Trump, that's fine. If you are, that's fine too.
Yeah, I don't want him dead. I don't want him in jail. I don't want him. But I would have liked his dog to bite him.
All right, choose that.
Well, the dog should have been trained to bite the bad guy. So to Biden, Trump would be the bad guy, or vice versa. If Trump had a dog.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you went to bite the other guy.
I think Trump's too alpha for any dog to bite.
Holy fuck! The dog would be fucking going.
Like, hey,
I'm not. Fuck! I'm not doing it.
Boy, you're the best boy. You're the hugest boy ever. Yeah. You're the greatest dog ever.
Yeah, his name's MS-13. No.
Not sending the best.
No, yeah.
Bunch of rapists. Coyotes.
Yeah, they're from Mexico. Since when it has started in California, Mexico? Because that's where MS-13's from.
Yeah.
And yet he says they're from Mexico.
Well, I mean, they got.
That's just the absurd stuff that's on the street. Yeah, but stuff that's on the street, man, which is the real shit. Like, I'm sure there is at least one person that's still alive that knows who killed Tupac and and all that. But the whole point is, they ain't gonna fucking say nothing.
Sugar did it.
Oh, Sugar, Big Sugar. I don't know. I don't think he did it. I think he had somebody do it. There's a difference. East side, north side.
Yeah, so there was a lot of other stuff too, including a lot of prostitution with underage women, girls. His niece he had sexual relations with.
This is him?
Hunter Biden.
Yeah, when I point.
Standing there, open bathrobe, with his daughter, Natalie, who's 14 years old at the time, on the bed behind him.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah. He's got text messages they're sending to his dead brother's widow about the relationship they had. And then he ended up having a child with this prostitute on the side.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's crazy. What else was there? There was also Natalie. No, it was Natalie Biden. Yeah, she's the niece. Ashley Biden, Joe Biden's daughter, wrote in her diary that they also got a hold of. I think that was sent to James O'Keefe at Project Veritas, and they sent that on to the FBI. Because they said they didn't want to.
And they still haven't used any of that information?
She wrote in her. No, they were all trying to suppress this in the news because they wanted Biden
to
do it. This would have ruined it. This was the October surprise.
Wow.
So, the truth got out with the New York Post, and the New York Post got censored on Twitter.
This sounds like the JFK assassination, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, security tapes, man.
Holy fuck.
The grassy knoll.
Yeah, there's only.
Couldn't make that shot from the repository. Just the body venture.
Oh, hey, there's. You know what? He's a real guy, but that's all. Yeah, but
Minnesota for a while
yeah,
he's down in Mexico.
Uh, you know what? There's people leaving in droves from California that have money and stuff to Mexico. They're all going to Mexico. Well, have you seen the robberies in California? They walk into, it's fucking, no, they're walking, you steal a car, you get 10 days in jail, you're out in 3. You've technically, yeah, but no, a car, a Grand Theft Auto, and you're gone out in 10 days, and you're considered, as far as whatever the bill is, 46 or 7 or some fucking thing. It's you've done 2 years, so you paid your debt to society. So no probation, no fuck all, 10 days in fucking jail, no nothing. And because there's too many people going to jail, it's so poor that the government does fuck all bullshit. They don't, and they see it, and it's seen on TV and everything else, and everybody else is still okay for a moment in time, because I don't see a fucking moment in time lasting very much longer. No, not at all.
Yeah, so getting back to Ashley Biden, yeah, so there's the president's daughter who diary ended up with Project Veritas. They passed that on to the FBI, and she wrote in the diary of having awkward showers with her father as a preteen. So Joe Biden showering with his daughter when she was like 12 years old.
Oh my God, I've really choked on that one, man.
Yeah. So really, really repulsive stuff. You seen the way he's going around sniffing little girls?
No, I see. I don't pay attention. I don't pay attention to these things. I stay away from watching all this stuff about, because I know they're all pieces of crap and there's nothing you can do about it. So there's, yeah. A smoke break soon.
Well, you want to take a smoke break
The
at the top of the hour?
top of the hour?
Let
Okay.
me just play this up here.
Yeah. Yeah, really unbelievable, man.
See, Google won't even complete this shit. Look, I'll share this screen here. Podcast. So you see I'm not fucking with you.
No, I get it.
Look at the suppression though. Okay, so I go to Joe Biden, right? Here's Joe Biden, 46 U.S. president, age, net worth, latest news, young, healthy, but whatever. Saudi Arabia speech today, Saudi. Assad. Nobody's looking for sniffing kids.
Come on.
Smell. Nothing. Kids.
Oh my God.
Well, let's look up kids then. See what comes up with this. Family of Joe Biden. Who are Joe Biden's children?
Wow, they've concisely fucking deleted, redacted fucking this to shit.
Sniffing. Creepy Joe Biden sniffing hair compilation. It's like he's after the adrenochrome. This is 7 minutes. You can let this play. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, you got your smokes? Yep, they do not look very happy. Now, let me bring the chat back up. See how things are going there. Chilling out to Jay and Bob from Clerks. Jay and Bob.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bob and Jay, sorry.
Jay and Silent Bob.
Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah. I think both of us are Jay. Neither are Silent Bob. George's the Silent Bob. Yeah, so he was looking up the name of that. He thought it was a German band, but it ended up being an English one out of Ladbroke, London. It was called, oh fuck, what was it? Heartwing or something like that? Yeah, no, because he was asking me about that once when, I think that was when he had the heat stroke. And Heart's Wind, something like that. Heat's Wind. They did some work with Lemmy from Motorhead. The drummer did.
Okay. Yeah, no,
So,
I remember something.
yeah, he was looking up some sort of prog rock, sounded like Pink Floyd, but he thought they were German. But then he was getting that confused with Kraftwerk, who are the German industrial band,
Right,
like
yeah.
Autobahn, and they made fun of that in Big Lebowski with Flea and I keep forgetting his name, but Carl Hungus.
I bet you Flea and all those guys.
Nothing wrong with
actually
Dinah
had
Kabel.
the album.
Of Kraftwerk, yeah.
The actual
And like
album.
Maud Lebowski, yeah.
No, of Kraftwerk.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tour de France. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the music it made it one-time wonders.
One hit wonders.
Yeah.
No.
Like, or one album wonders.
Well, usually they just have a couple of hits off that album, right? So.
Remember the band Sparks?
Sparks? No, what do they have? The way hits.
They did it. They were on a couple of movies.
Yeah.
I'm sure they knew David Bowie.
Okay. So from that era.
Yeah, it was two brothers.
Yeah.
They were kind of. One was kind of androgynous piano player. The other one was guitar player, and he looked more like Ryan Stiles with a mustache.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right.
A little bolder hair.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
They were really, really talented guys.
Yeah.
And I think they had 3 albums.
Huh.
But the second one was, and the third one apparently bombed because, and I never bought it because it didn't hit the radio. You only bought shit when we were young.
Yeah, exactly. It was like me when I invested my Columbia House 13 CDs for a penny, where I came up with like fake. Yeah, help yourself, man. Yeah, I came up with Stanley McDonald and George McDonald as my fake brothers. Because all you had to do was send in a penny, right? So it's like I signed up for that shit. And I always got like the greatest hits albums, right? So there's only like a few bands where I bought all of their albums, you know? Like Metallica or Rammstein or AC/DC or something like that. So I think I got 1 through 4, but I don't have Houses of Holy or some of their other. Yeah.
3/4 a third time.
Did you get in the LPs or?
Oh, I got them all.
Yeah. Okay.
All records now.
Nice. Yeah, that's good shit.
Like, it's amazing. But the real collection of Beatles albums is what I would have wanted.
Oh, the White album. Oh, okay, yeah.
I got
the whole collection. So is it true that Michael Jackson bought the rights to that? But then who did it pass to?
He ended up selling it back to McCartney.
Oh, to McCartney. Okay, so he's got that now. All right. Yeah, because it's just McCartney and Ringo Starr are the only surviving members, right? Yeah.
Oh, what? John Lennon's dead?
You didn't know John Lennon died? He got shot, man. Giving some guy an autograph. Yeah.
Fuck, I came
And
up
George
with
Harrison, he just passed, what, like, not that long ago, 7, 8 years ago or something?
throat cancer.
Yeah, yeah. But it was still rather recent, right?
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah. Because he had that, what was it? I got my mind set on you.
Mickey
Yeah.
Dolenz is the only one alive of the monkeys.
Oh, right, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they all gone.
Yeah. Davy Jones.
Davy Jones had chest pains riding one of his 14 stallions,
No.
and then went to his car and fell down.
Mm.
He goes, "Oh, I don't feel good. I got indigestion."
Oh, shit.
And he was
Just like Jim Henson, eh? Oh, I got a really bad headache.
or what's his
Turns
name?
out to be an aneurysm.
Banked his head on a pillar. The comedian guy.
Oh, Andy,
No.
Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, no, Andy Kaufman. No,
No?
Andy was way.
Yeah, Man on the
This
Moon.
guy's new. They just died.
Oh, he banged his head on a
He's
cop.
from Full House.
Oh, Bob Saget.
Bob.
No. He got murdered, man.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I think you're correct on that because
Yep. Robin Williams are saying they just had his anniversary a couple of days ago. They were saying that he was going to spill the beans on these Hollywood pedos. And they whacked him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Phil Hartman had the same issue with his wife who was on like drug addiction stuff. Fucked up on coke.
I know this
Came in and shot him and then killed herself.
This little story
Murder
that
suicide.
I was told
Yeah.
that could or could not be true, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Mm.
He came in with his new girlfriend actually to the house.
So were they separated or something? Oh, okay, yeah.
They were already separated.
Yeah.
They came to the house.
And then the wife got jealous.
No, he says, "I'm not giving you any more money for fucking cocaine." And she pulled out a gun and shot him.
So similar to what happened with Kurt Cobain, Courtney Love, and that. Yeah.
No, Kurt, that's a whole different fucking thing.
Yeah, but that was over drug issue too, right?
I think that she owed a lot of money to people.
Yeah, for the drugs.
He told them, "Go get it."
Yeah, she was in the hole.
Yeah.
And the hole wasn't covering her band. Yeah.
The whole point is.
Yeah, the whole point. Yeah, pun intended. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hole in the back there.
Think, you know,
there was no residue on the shotgun. I mean, he would have had to use his toe to pull the trigger, man. This is no Hemingway outing.
No, there's no any way out because of the length of the fucking gun.
Yeah, but I mean, Hemingway went that way, so.
Look,
well.
If you know guns at all.
Yeah. Oh, I do.
Everybody in southern states knows guns. If you pull a fucking trigger on a fucking shotgun, it's going that way. Well, the gun was lying on his chest.
Yeah.
So how the fuck did that happen? It just didn't. All right. So there's the bottom line.
Yeah.
So that means if there was a real detective looking for clues.
No, usually they're just there to cover it up.
They would know already.
Yeah. Pay off the autopsy report, mortician.
A couple of the boys here and there that took it in one fuck of a cop.
In
fact, there's a couple of badass friends of mine that have been pretty good cops too, and they were all from the bad end of the world. So.
Well, that's the thing. You just know it from the other side, right? So.
Hey, when you see what goes on, you know it isn't a lie. So it's pretty simple.
Yep.
I've lost a lot of friends out there. As bad as they were fucking. They tried to keep order.
Yeah.
Okay? They try to not let fucking people get stupid and kill themselves and know I'm not gonna like this.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
I have thought about smoking in here, but I've vaped in here. But yeah, I've done lines of coke in here.
I don't want to do any more of that shit. Actually, you know what? If I won millions, I still wouldn't want to do any more of that shit.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking stupid waste of time. This is more funny.
Yeah, exactly. And it's still legal for the moment.
It's still legal. Well,
yeah, the prohibition never came through here.
I'm not driving.
Yeah.
So don't run me over.
Well, that's what George was saying. He was taking his bike to this barbecue with John and them, so that because he was going to have a couple of beers. And it's like, this is, I guess, the one blue moon when he has a couple of beers.
Yeah.
So, but he never got back to me, which would explain why, because he had a couple of beers.
No,
so.
I went to this morning.
Yeah.
I was going to go do, and then I found out all the information on my fucking phone. So now I got to work on getting my license back and shit.
Yeah, I got to look into that as well. Because I tried getting it when I was in Germany, and then I would have had to do it all in German.
Do it here, fucking said I have to have a doctor. I did it on my computer fucking this morning.
Right.
I'm like, after all this time, I finally found out where to get my medical records, and now I have to have a doctor to go get them for me.
Shit.
Like, how the fuck hip money do they fucking need?
All of it.
Oh.
And it's still pretty shitty. You end up like on a 6-month wait list.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's, you know what? I just won't be drinking. If I get busted, fucking, they can put me in jail. They have to let me out because there's too many people in jail.
Let's take the demerit points. Huh?
Oh, fuck. What's the matter?
I mean, eventually they're going to have the whole social credit system. Oh, yeah. So fuck that. You know, you disagree with the government, then.
Going on in China?
Oh, shit, yeah. That's like where they're rolling everything out.
All red carded?
Yep.
I'm like,
and they got all the CCTV cameras set up everywhere.
They don't even have a fucking chip.
They're trying to do that shit in Hong Kong, and that's why the people were using umbrellas, not just against the police that were coming in.
They want a chip in
Military police. Yeah, they can track you.
A fucking a thing, it goes beep beep.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
it's like that episode of Black Mirror with the chick from the new Jurassic World stuff. Bryce Dallas Howard. Ron Howard's daughter. The ginger.
They gotta stop watching fucking horror movies.
Yeah.
Sci-fi horror movies.
Well, a lot of that is predictive programming. It's like they put that stuff out there so it makes you think about these things. Like the movie Contagion. Contagion became like a hit again because of when the COVID stuff started kicking off back in March 2020. Yeah, or I Am Legend.
These hits with all these hits have a pandemic in it and blah 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 blah, and it's all the same shit that's going on right now.
Yep.
That does not.
They're trying to get that mentality into people so that they don't freak out as much. You know, they're more docile.
Either that, or they're gonna fucking get people, well, half my age that would be fucking. If I was half my age, I'd be.
What, going to Ukraine and signing up to
I'd be fucking signing up.
Fight Russians?
No, I wouldn't want. No, I wouldn't. No, fuck. I would fucking take a 6-month extensive course of fucking learning dialects of fucking Russian.
Well, yeah.
Learn it perfectly. It would be totally fucking straight so that I learned it perfectly. I would also learn the other part. Now this is Black Ops.
Ukraine, yeah.
You learn it drunk too.
Of course.
So
you don't forget that shit.
So that
actually, my German got better with more alcohol. So.
Okay, well then.
Mein Deutsch ist besser mit viel Alkohol.
Yeah.
Alcohol. Yeah, alles klar, Herr Kommissar?
The whole point is learning another language. What's the first thing you learn? You learn street.
Slang. Yeah.
Street, but I mean street. Like you know, motherfucker. You know all the language.
No.
But there's some promising things that I've seen that I hope I live to see come to fruition.
Such as.
I got to see a young girl, last week, and I rechecked it out again on computer. She can speak and tell you via cards 184 languages.
Shit.
She's 4 years.
So full on polyglot. 4?
She's 4
Damn.
fucking years old.
Let me guess, is she Asian?
No.
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 What is she?
I think she's Nepalese.
Nepalese. Okay.
Well,
it's Asian.
But no, she doesn't look black. She doesn't look.
Yeah, no, she looks like she's from Nepal. Yeah. Sort of like Indian Chinese cross. Yeah.
She looks like a black girl with white features.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she's the fucking smartest fucking thing I've ever seen. They bring a card and she tells them what language it is.
Yeah.
And
she can translate that.
Cards and she'd speak in the language.
Huh. Okay, so sort of like a spelling bee for different languages.
It's not a spelling bee. It's absolute understanding.
Huh. So even like Swahili with the.
Fuck, she'd know it.
Yeah.
She'd know it.
That's crazy.
184 fucking languages.
Huh.
And it's astounding.
And
like you can't fight fucking seeing it live.
Yeah.
So like that's it.
Well, was it live or was it just like a YouTube? Okay, so it was a live broadcast. Okay, so they streamed that. Yeah. Yeah, because I know with YouTube you can clip stuff and do like some snazzy editing and kind of sync stuff up together, pause it. Yeah, and that's what I don't get about a lot of the stuff that they put in like TV shows and that. like say 60 Minutes or something like that. They always clip it and then they take stuff out of context and they put in responses to other questions that were asked, and it makes it look like it's all part of that narrative. The message.
They want it to look like this.
Yeah, exactly. They want the gotcha questions.
No, you can't do that forever.
No.
But you know what? They're getting caught all over the fucking place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like,
It's promising, yeah.
Well, look at what they're doing.
Alex Jones seems to be pretty happy about the way things are going. So. Mm-hmm. Comedy is a big no-no now. You can't criticize them. Huh?
Yeah.
What was that quote from Voltaire again? You'll know who's in power by the ones you are not allowed to criticize.
Yes.
Yeah, or make fun of. The emperor has no clothes. I think it's Voltaire. Yeah, I looked that up a couple of days ago. Yeah, it was a French philosopher of some sort. So.
And you know who the real bad one is? Who can take all the fucking criticism and just keep straight up lying into the face of
Trudeau.
the world. Oh no, he's just the little one. Okay.
Who's the real one then? Soros?
Who do you think?
Yep, George Soros. The Rothschilds.
Well, then who do you think fucking runs the show for them on the front?
Well, they're the bankrollers.
On the TV show for.
Oh, on the TV shows, that would probably be.
Donald Trump.
Okay.
TV show host.
Yeah, The Apprentice. You're fired. Yeah.
Yeah. The guy's never lifted a fucking garbage pail in his life.
I've seen some interesting videos of him at Trump Tower where he's talking with the staff and that, and asking them how they're doing and helping out with walking a dog and stuff like that for some of the hotel guests. They don't want you to know about that side of them, though, right?
No,
it's all got to be Orange Man bad.
Look, I've seen the baddest guys on the planet, all right, and I'll tell you.
Work slowing down?
No, they will do nice things for people if they feel like it.
Yeah, but I mean, how is that any different than you and I?
Do it when they should not have to worry about feeling like it.
Right.
And that is the problem. So
Well, yeah, but how's that different than the average person, right?
Well, because
I was like, I'd give you a hand with something if I felt like it, right? But if I wasn't feeling up for it, I probably wouldn't. Unless it was an emergency or something, right?
Well, yeah, but
I'm not going to go out of my way to cut down Russell's tree and do all that stuff in one day, and it's like I'll come back a couple of days later.
They might have done it tomorrow for the next neighbor.
Yeah.
But they aren't doing it today for that one.
Yeah, but do you always have to bend over backwards for everyone?
Only when they need help.
Well, yeah, if it is a real case emergency. But if it's just like a nice to have, then a need to have.
I'm saying,
yeah.
I've seen these bad guys just turn their blind eye to.
No, it's usually they do. Yeah, they usually do stuff for that when the cameras are on and they're looking for a photo op, right? Yeah, okay. I can meet you halfway on that. Yeah, but I'm saying it's the stuff that they do off camera. That's the real stuff that speaks volumes of the character, So it's the stuff that isn't caught on camera, the stuff that they're doing,
it's becoming sad to have so much
in privacy.
It's becoming sad to have so much information on all these people, what they're doing and what they have.
Well, that's the thing. You had no idea about what Joe Biden was up to, right? Or Hunter Biden. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
And there's more.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, some people are only finding out about it or waking up to it now, right? It's not like an instantaneous process that you get out of the matrix, you get the red pill, and then obviously you suddenly, you can't just jack back in and say, "Oh, I know kung fu," It's like no, you got to get to know about this stuff over time. But it helps when you realize there's a turning point and you just say, "Okay, I've had enough of this shit. I know it's all bullshit that's out there. I'm gonna look into this stuff and delve further, even if it's going down a rabbit hole."
I don't know kung fu. Did he pass away sooner than?
Oh, you mean David Carradine?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. He hung himself at he went the way of Michael Hutchison from INXS.
He hung himself.
So autoerotic asphyxiation.
With a couple of hookers.
Oh yeah. Was that in Thailand? I think it was Thailand.
Yeah,
so might have even been ladyboys.
Two girls left him.
Yeah. One night in Bangkok, huh?
Hey, okay. One of my young friends, if he was alive now, he would have been okay, probably well off, or he would have fucking bedroom I could have left him.
Yeah.
But he did.
Mm-hmm.
They all died in their early 30s and shit. So drugged out. And he 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 got a whole bunch of money when his mom died.
Oh, inheritance, yeah.
Yeah, and 3 days after he got the money, he found him in Mississauga in a fucking hotel room, dead.
OD'd?
Yeah.
Damn.
And
Heroin?
no, it was all crack.
Oh
and
shit.
and they found the broad and this and that.
Mhm.
And he had $3,000 on him, so he paid the motel room, bought a bunch of crack, blah blah blah. He had a heart attack, died. She didn't bother phoning.
Mhm.
She try and save him or nothing.
Oh
No,
shit.
she took his money, cleaned out his crack pipe, smoked all the fucking dust and shit before she.
Even though he just OD'd on the same shit. That's
Well, it's
insane.
not that.
Yeah.
She was a young fucking 20-year-old. He's 31 or something.
Yeah.
And so, obviously, you could see he wasn't in great shape.
Right. Yeah.
Right. But and they'd been together for 3 days, and had another buddy of mine following him behind him for 3 days, trying to find him before he parted.
Jeez.
Before this happened.
Yeah.
And he found him an hour later, and that's how they ended up finding the girl that fucking cleaned out his crack pipe.
Oh right. Yeah. They were able to track her down.
They tracked her right down. He found her. He followed his whole trail for 3 fucking days, trying to fucking, let's say, save his life.
God damn.
Because knowing what he is, he's a okay. That's there.
I'm gonna drink all of it, Tyler.
Oh no! If I had come here by now, it would be here.
Okay.
That's what he would be.
So you just be drinking it like it's beer.
Yeah, he just
or water.
Like water.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Well, I mean, I could do the same thing.
Yeah,
it's just I don't want to do that because I don't want to get completely fucked up. But I still have to do karaoke later.
Would have been okay with booze,
yeah.
But
I'm pacing myself.
He was on.
Cheers.
Crack.
Yeah.
Smoking crack. And yet, I know guys have been doing it for 4 years.
Yeah.
Before it was crack, when it was freebase, it was called.
Yeah.
They made it with fucking baking soda. They made their own shit.
Cutting
they're
it.
Still alive.
No.
And they're still doing it.
And
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Holy fuck. But you know what? All in the end, I'm not sure if it was better that I fucking stayed away from all that shit, or I might as well have immersed myself in it. Maybe then, but then I wouldn't be alive.
Exactly. Right? You are where you are today, despite all the mistakes you've made, right? As long as you try to learn from the mistakes and improve on it, you're a better person. Right?
Okay, I'm a better person, but it fucking didn't make my visible, viable existence any better. Because
that's a matter of perspective, right?
I worked all my life.
Yeah.
I get my fucking my Canada pension. I'm like, I can't even fucking pay my internet with fucking Canada pension.
It's that low. Shit.
Right? Like, fuck.
Yeah, but that's the government screwing you out of your retirement, then, right?
Yeah, but they should be giving me fuck. Yeah, my friend's dad was a very brilliant man. Neil, and he told me, he said straight up,
Hey Ben. Oh, sorry, I hear someone in the background. Ben, you on?
Yemen town, my friend.
Yemen. How you doing, man?
Pretty good, my friend. Pretty good.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Did you want to finish your story, or?
Sure, can I?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Vince just telling the story, so we'll let him wrap up, and then you can join in.
This is about 30.
I am so sorry.
4 years ago.
No problem, man.
I just wanted to yell, Yemen!
Yemen!
I'll be in the chat.
All right.
Every Canadian in the monetary availability of the government of Canada should be giving every single person that's alive, including mothers, women, and children and babies, a check for $600 a month. That was 4 years ago.
Damn.
So can you imagine how much the government has fucked us since then?
A lot. Yeah.
And I'm 64.
Yeah.
So figure that one out.
I'm not that great at math, but yeah, that's. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think I was looking at it recently, and they said that I think it was on Canadian Prepper's site. He was talking about how much we owe the government now, like each taxpayer is for the Canadian national debt, and something like 73 grand. But it's even worse in the States.
Oh, the States.
I think it's something like 150 grand per citizen.
It's worse than that now.
Yeah.
It's worse than
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. It's insane, and they think that that's just going to continue forever ad infinitum. No. Hey, this is Vince. Hey, Bridget.
Hello.
Good to see you. Do you want to go for a smoke break?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna find something else that we can play here for. Yeah, there was a video that I was gonna bring up here.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was Biden sniffing kids.
Biden sniffing kids.
Let's look up Hunter Biden laptop. Let's see what we find on YouTube here. Yeah, it probably will be heavily censored, but
Unless it's
Fox
already
News.
been fucking accidentally fucking put out there.
Oh, it was
Mm-mm.
back in October 2020.
I didn't read that.
Okay.
It meant that they actually used it in the 6th of January shit
Oh,
and popped one in.
yeah, accidentally if that happened to make its way in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that made
See,
me
this is
choke
all.
when you said that. I'm like,
Yeah, CNN, CNBC, Fox News. It's all going to be bullshit.
yeah,
So
MSNBC, MSN.
no. We got to find. Well, let's go to BitChute instead then. BitChute.com. We'll look it up there instead. It sounds like my parents are just going to bed now. It's 11:30. It's like, geez, they're usually not up this late. I guess they're sleeping in tomorrow.
I'm gonna be sleeping in tomorrow.
I probably will be too, because I'm still got another 3 or 4 hours of karaoke after this. Hunter Biden laptop. Pedogate. Yeah, here we go. This guy's a good guy. Red Elephant, Vince James.
Oh my god.
We got to talk about Hunter Biden's laptop. This story is getting very interesting. More information is coming out with each passing day. I'm sure there's more breaking news on this story as you're watching this video right now, and we will update you, of course. But this story is getting very interesting, and it seems that what we speculated is in fact true. That Hunter Biden's laptop contained many sexually explicit images of underage girls, plural, as in more than one girl. Now, there was this massive campaign by social media and mainstream media in order to suppress this news story. Twitter prevented you from sharing the link at all. They also prevented you from sharing the link in a private message, in a private DM. The GOP put it up on their website. The information, as they saw this story was suppressed, they put it up on their own website, and then Twitter blocked you from sharing that .gov website. They blocked you from sharing a government link because they didn't want you to see the information contained in that post on that website. They even went after the original post by the New York Post, their verified Twitter account, one of the biggest media outlets in the country, and deleted their original post, which had over 7,000 retweets within a matter of just a couple of hours. And what did they say? They said this was illegal information, illegally obtained information, hacked information. They also called it a Russian disinformation campaign. This is what the Democrats tried to call it as well. But now we're finding out the FBI has come out publicly and the DOJ, and they both agree that the director of national intelligence is correct in his assessment that Hunter Biden's controversial laptop and emails are not part of a Russian disinformation campaign, and they are absolutely, completely, 100% legitimate. So we're going to talk about exactly what these emails and what these images potentially contain. We're going to show you a couple of clips here. Very interesting stuff all coming out. Also, there was this new report that just came out. I don't know if you just saw this or not, but they're saying that the Hunter Biden laptop is also connected to an FBI money laundering probe. So all of that and more next. Before we get started, I just want to remind you to check out the links in the description below and go over to either preparewithvincent.com or waterwithvincent.com. At preparewithvincent.com, you can get $100 off a 4-week emergency dry food supply. This dry food supply is actually cheaper than 4 weeks of food at your local grocery store. Since I've been banned from YouTube permanently, the show continuing completely 100% relies on your support, and I get a substantial portion of every order from these websites. You might be watching this on a YouTube channel that takes my show from BitChute or DLive, but we are on bitchute.com and dlive.tv. It's fine that these clip channels are out there. But like I said, the show continuing completely relies on your support. And at preparewithvincent.com, you can get the 4-week supply, you can get the 2-week supply. At waterwithvincent.com, you can get about $100 off of an Alexa Pure Pro water filtration system. Filters up to 5,000 gallons of water, removes 200 plus contaminants, including fluoride, viruses, bacteria, pesticides, and pharmaceuticals. You can look at the studies done on this water filtration system on YouTube. You could pretty much pour dirty, muddy lake water in this thing, and it'll filter everything out. So make sure to check out the links in the description below, preparewithvincent.com and waterwithvincent.com. To give me credit, I get a substantial portion of every single order. So like I said, the FBI and DOJ have already come out and said that this laptop is absolutely legit. This is not a Russian disinformation campaign. This is not fake. They've tried everything. They tried to suppress the news story. They also tried to come up with this fake hoax story about Rudy Giuliani, which they allowed to spread, by the way. They didn't put a fact-check link or anything like this, and now they're coming out and correcting all themselves on this fake hoax Sacha Baron Cohen story about Rudy Giuliani. We're going to talk about that next as well. But I just want to talk about the suppression at first, because Facebook successfully suppressed the reach of the New York Post Biden bombshell by half, according to data on the story's engagement across social media compiled by Newship shows that roughly 1.94 million people engaged with the Post story in the first 24 hours after it was published. As of Sunday, around 2.12 million readers had engaged with the story, suppressed it by about half. Comparing that to the Atlantic published story, which alleged that President Trump referred to fallen soldiers as losers and suckers, that got 3.69 million readers. And in the first 24 hours, as of Sunday, it has 6.86 million people who read the story. The New York Times' article on the president's tax returns received about 4.12 million engagements in the first 24 hours, while 5.37 million have read it as of Sunday. The New York Times story on Trump's taxes also had engagement numbers similar to the Atlantic's Trump smear. Unlike the Biden bombshell, Facebook did not publicly say that it would suppress or otherwise influence the engagement of the anti-Trump stories. But Facebook did outright prevent users from sharing the story. It didn't outright prevent users from sharing the story, but it did flag it to its fact-checkers to review, which reduces the spread of it by about 80%. So we take this story, it's supposedly hacked information or illegally obtained information. By the way, that's not even true either. The laptop repair shop owned it. He never picked it up. He never paid for it. That was their information. That was their laptop. They own it according to their policy. Number one. Number two, it's not a Russian disinformation campaign. The laptop is absolutely legit. And it turns out that according to a recent report, this laptop was actually part of an FBI money laundering probe. And some of the contents on this laptop were turned in years ago. So FBI Christopher Wray was sitting on this information and said nothing and did nothing about this information. What's more is that when we actually go to the contents on the laptop, and remember, on top of the suppression was meant to delegitimize the story. That's what it was meant to do. We already had Biden staffers coming out and claiming that the censorship of the foreign lobbying story proves it's untrue. This is Joe Biden's press secretary, Jamal Brown, who said, I quote, I think Twitter's response to the actual article itself makes it clear that these purported allegations are false. So Twitter's response makes it clear that these allegations are false. That didn't age too well, of course. That didn't age too well at all. But the contents in the laptop are really what's interesting here. Rudy Giuliani turned over the alleged photos of the underage girls from Hunter's hard drive to the Delaware police. The laptop, I believe, is in the possession of the FBI right now. But in an interview this evening...
We'll save the rest of that for next smoke break. So, the rest of this talking about Pedogate, Hunter Biden's laptop. So, no. Ask for Hunter. Yeah. Joe Biden laptop repair shop. Ask for Hunter. Do you know that the guy that ran the repair shop is now in like Switzerland or something? He had to escape because he might have been Epstein. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier too. Ghislaine Maxwell's now in low security prison. Well, no, he couldn't have hung himself. He had like paper tissue type blankets. Yeah. Ghislaine Maxwell just got Where was that on Twitter? Let me bring that up here.
The job of these people that are watching the monitors on those specially made cells and
Well, no, they shut off the cameras. The guards were asleep.
They're not even
or on break or something.
No, because
How
they're
convenient.
monitored. They goddamn well knew if they were
Yeah,
asleep
he was
or
taken
not.
off suicide watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Mm.
Lies.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, Klaus Schwab is trending. Why is he trending again?
Schwab. You related to Jeff.
Mm-hmm. Related to poop. Bill Gates and Klaus Schwab have corrupted all politicians on both sides, Democrats and Republicans. We must not trust them. Of course not. No farmers, no food. Exactly. Just was it JHI? Just Lane Maxwell. Oh, just look up just Lane here. Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell moved to low security prison in Tallahassee, Florida. What could go wrong? So yeah, she's basically going to be teaching yoga there, like she did in Brooklyn, and then she's also going to be baking or something. Release the list.
She got a Martha Stewart fucking exemption.
Yeah, corruption we've seen in the media, corruption we haven't seen yet. There's the iceberg.
Yeah, she's only 10% above the water.
Never going to see that list, man. Yeah. Titanic took that down. Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted of sex trafficking to apparently no one and now gets transferred to low security prison where she can do morning Pilates, wear khakis, and use her commissary money to buy a collagen elastin facial or a smoked Gouda spread. Yeah.
So she's now a super lesbian.
Yeah.
It's probably what she was anyway. She liked little girls.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why she was able to groom them for people like Bill Clinton. Bill Gates was there too. Yeah, let's look that up.
They all were.
Lolita Express. I actually did a parody of this to Madonna's La Isla Bonita, and I call it La Isla Lolita. And it was all about the Ghislaine thing. Oh man, I'm gonna have to do that one up. So, Lolita Express passengers. See, I couldn't even. Okay, let me type that up again. See, I start typing that shit in. Lolita. See, even though I just typed it in, Lolita, even the movie with Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
Or the novel by Nabokov. Nothing's coming up with Lolita.
Go to
Nabokov. Yeah, Nabokov. See, that comes up. But I type up Lolita. LOL, League of Legends, Lollapalooza, Lollipop, Lolita. Nothing from Google. No one's ever looked for Lolita before.
That's bullshit.
I'm typing the wrong. Express passengers. Yeah, in real time.
Hey, please don't come and get me.
Who flew on Jeffrey Epstein's Lolita Express? Well, this is from Newsweek, so mind your sources. Full list of people named. All right. Look, of course, Donald Trump's first. Donald Trump flew once, and it wasn't even on the Lolita Express. It was on Jeffrey Epstein's, one of his planes, because he had a fleet of planes. Right. He flew to New York City to Trump Towers. Yeah. Well, he didn't fly to Trump Towers, but he was going to Trump Towers. Right. He kicked Epstein out of his Mar-a-Lago estate down in Florida because he was hitting on an underage staff worker that was there, like a server or something.
I gotta praise Trump for that.
Yeah, Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey. Yeah.
Yeah, no, none of you fuckers get the fuck out, and that's him at least. At least he gets old hot rods. Mm-hmm. Melania, she's still fuckable.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Well, Ivanka just died a couple of days ago.
And she was at 73 still pretty.
Chris Tucker went there? I didn't know that. Yeah, Prince Andrew. Guy says he couldn't sweat after being in the Falkland Islands. Bill Gates. John Glenn was there. Huh. Didn't know that. Lolita Express.
Yeah, but
See, of course, they got to push Trump.
But no,
Trump never went to the island.
I hear you, but
Yeah.
my point is,
Rob F. Kennedy Jr. Okay.
that's when it was actually a place where they didn't have. They had it. It's segregated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the young girls and the people who are into the young girls were segregated. Okay, that was a different spot on the island.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't around. You didn't see that. You didn't see an uncloud girl.
Yeah, you know what else went by the island quite often and would drop off passengers? Disney Cruise Lines.
Cruise lines.
Disney.
Yeah.
No matches found. Okay, Lolita Express. All aboard the Lolita Express. The Great Reset and Beyond. Okay. Epstein trafficking up and operational. Lolita Express still recruiting young girls. Wow. Wayfair cabinets confirmed. Amy Robach exposed Epstein, Disney, ABC CEOs aboard Jeffrey Epstein Lolita Express. Well, that's not surprising. Flight logs, list of names: Hollywood, Trump haters, Oprah Winfrey, Madonna. Okay, there we go. So it's kind of a pro.
It's funny how mainstream media is trying
Madonna
to
doing
normalize
Lolita.
pedophilia and satanic ritual abuse. It's kind of creepy. These are the names of the people, by the way, on the
X-22 report. Yeah, that's like 4chan.
Jeffrey Epstein Lolita Express flight log.
Okay.
Have
got
you
it from
seen
bankers.
some of these names?
Yeah, it was all like
Adam
yeah,
Perry
it was all
Lamb,
corruption they
Akon,
would have.
Alan Dershowitz, that attorney.
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah. Alec
Anderson
Baldwin?
Cooper from
Anderson
CNN.
Cooper, yeah.
No wonder he's totally.
Oh, it's
Andrea
Anderson Vanderbilt about to go on.
Mitrokovic, yeah. Anthony Kiedis. All these are Hollywood celebrities. Barack Obama was on the plane.
Right.
Ben Affleck, Beyonce, who they used during the Super Bowl to try to Bill Clinton,
Yeah.
of course.
Exactly.
Beyonce Knowles was during the Super Bowl trying to create white guilt and create a race war. Bill Murray. I'm surprised about Bill Murray. I really like Bill Murray.
Yeah,
I'm surprised about that.
Groundhog Day, I liked it.
Yeah.
Brian Affleck, Karen Casey, Charlie Sheen, Chelsea Handler, Chris Tucker, Chris
been
Wagner, Chrissy Teigen. She's the one who's about
Chrissy Teigen, John Legend.
Yeah,
John
cannibalism.
Legend's wife. Talking about
Cindy
cannibalism.
Lopez, Claire Hazel, Courtney
Yeah, it looks like a
Love, the girl who was dating
Courtney Love.
Kurt Cobain,
Very surprised by that.
David Koch, one of the Koch brothers.
Debbie Ward.
Let's see who else is here.
James Franco.
Ghislaine Maxwell for sure.
Oh, of course.
Gwen Stefani, I'm surprised about that.
I'm not surprised.
Why?
Because if you have
James
power
Franco, he
and
was
you're
accused of my
famous,
hashtag Me Too.
then you're on the list.
Yep.
That's the only way you get on the list. You cannot have fame and power if you're not get along.
Jeffrey Epstein's on there twice.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey
It's
went.
interesting because
Jimmy
he
Kimmel.
hates Trump. Jimmy Kimmel, who also hates Trump. So all these people who hate Trump
Kathy Griffin.
happen to be on this flight. Here's John Legend,
Yes,
the
that's
guy
why
who's
they
married
hate-
to the
yeah,
girl,
That's why they hate Trump.
because they're going to be exposed.
Yes.
Kathy Griffin.
So that's the thing. You got to
a lot of
recant
people
that
think
shit, man.
she's also
Oprah
transgender,
Winfrey,
like
someone?
Michael Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kathy Griffin apparently used to be a man.
Of course.
Katy Perry, who's
Yeah.
doing all the stuff with
Tarantino went?
Satanism and the Illuminati.
Well, he's into the foot thing, right?
Kevin Spacey,
Robert
who's
Downey
been
Jr.'s on there?
found to be involved with rape, and the victims
Stephen Colbert.
ended up dying.
Spielberg.
Did you notice that?
Do you know
Before
his
they ended up,
daughter, that's half black, is in
um,
porn? Oh.
testifying.
Quentin Tarantino.
Will Smith. Woody
Pharrell
Allen?
Williams.
Well, Woody Allen. Woody Allen married
Madonna?
his Mia Farrow's adopted daughter. She's like 14 and something.
Meryl Streep. She's the one who called what's that guy? Wiener. Not Wiener.
Stephen Colbert, Steven Spielberg. Come on, man.
Meryl Streep called that one guy God.
Yeah.
The guy who was in jail now for raping people. What's his name?
They are all Satanists,
Oh, yeah,
child
sure.
rapists, blood drinking.
Oprah Winfrey.
Of course.
Mm.
Why do you think she got so popular?
Let's see.
Yeah, and this is just like a short
Who
list of
else
those
is on
people.
this thing?
Because everybody liked her? Why do everybody like her?
Stephen Colbert.
Steve
Yeah,
Tyler
I'm
from
not
Aerosmith.
surprised he's on the list.
Well,
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks has barely escaped to the Grease. Yeah.
Woody
Pretty
Allen.
lucky. Well,
Yeah. So
Wanda Sykes.
there's a lot of people who were on the Lolita Express that went to Pedophile Island.
I'm sure there were young boys there too.
And they're
And there
all...
was on Pedophile Island, and Epstein was a little temple.
Mm.
Blue blocked with the yellow dome on it. And there was an elevator going down.
Maybe.
The elevator went down.
Gotta make fun of it.
Yeah.
The fucking reality of it is fucking pretty sad.
Mm-hmm. And you wonder why we drink.
I drink so I can fucking get some sleep.
Yeah. Well, it's coming up on midnight. Did you want to stick around for the karaoke portion, or?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Do some duets or something. Yeah, because we've been going almost 3 hours, and that's usually when I wrap it. I wrapped early last week because I was running out of stuff to talk about.
Nobody showed up.
No, we've had plenty of people show up, man. We had like 5 people viewing at one point. So, yeah, there's people dropping in and out. I was leaving this open because I thought Ben wanted to join, but he doesn't seem to be on.
Okay, so see, that's what I meant. I need to come over and learn. I'm watching what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I can show you on your end how to do it. And we could do like a trial run or something like that just to see what it's like.
How long that might be.
Well, yeah, you're obviously got some issues with residency right now. You're lurking. Hey, Ola. Yeah, no worries. I guess not now. No, of course not. Oh, yeah, they want to bring out Officer Hopper. So, yeah. Okay, I'll go for a smoke. I'll end the podcast, and then, yeah, we'll have a smoke, and then I'll switch gears and do karaoke. So I'm going to keep streaming, but I'll go back to Hunter Biden's laptop, and we'll wrap up after that. Go for a smoke, and then we'll come back and do some karaoke. So I'll put you back to Red Elephants with Vince James.
Newsmax TV, or this
He was a big guy.
couple of days ago.
Same
Former
salt
NYC
cracker.
mayor and current attorney to President Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani, announced that he had turned over Hunter Biden's laptop and hard drive to Delaware State Police due to pictures of underage girls and inappropriate text messages. In one of the texts, Hunter Biden allegedly says to his sister-in-law, also his lover — what a piece of shit, by the way — you get with the wife of your dead brother. And that says a lot about the woman, too, by the way, a lot about the female there. That he FaceTimed a 14-year-old girl while naked and doing crack. Quote, "She told my therapist that I was sexually inappropriate." This is what it says in the text. Now, it doesn't name the person in the text, but a lot of people are saying that the person in the text is actually Natalie Biden, because the I in the redaction wasn't properly redacted. And Natalie Biden is this little girl right here. This little girl right here, who was 14 at the time. Now, outside of that, if we're just going more into the contents of the computer, it says Hunter Biden's alleged laptop contents included a curious piece of evidence, a photograph of an FBI subpoena which bears the signature of the agency's top child porn investigator, Special Agent Joshua Wilson. FBI agent Wilson's identity was confirmed by both Western Journal and Business Insider, the latter of which compared his signature to a 2012 criminal complaint and concluded that it clearly matches the unreversed signature on the subpoena published by the New York Post. So this agent that specializes in child pornography and child sex trafficking and things like this is the same agent that was investigating the contents of this laptop. And it's the same Joshua Wilson, because the signatures match up. Now, verified journalists are coming out who have seen the contents of the laptop, and they're saying that they have gotten a behind-the-scenes look at the Hunter Biden hard drive, which includes drugs, underage obsessions, sexually explicit images of multiple underage girls, power deals, etc. This is a bombshell beyond bombshells that we have ever seen before, and typically it would be the case that the FBI would sit on this, of course, until after the election. They would put it aside until after the election, but they can't do this because many people have multiple copies of the hard drive right now, unless they have been seized. Giuliani, I'm sure, has copies. The New York Post, I'm sure, has copies. And so what happened when this was all coming out? Well, in the span of 24 hours, we saw things like Twitter changing their retweet functionality to add friction before the election. So with Twitter, you actually had to go through an extra step, an extra part of the process in order to retweet a tweet, and this happened the day of. You don't think that that's peculiar? Outside of that, we saw this Rudy Giuliani hoax kick off, where all these pictures started coming out of Rudy Giuliani supposedly with his hand down his pants, and then come to find out, and it was supposedly reported as it was a 14-year-old girl in the hotel with him, or a 15-year-old girl in the hotel with him. This is how the media was running with it. Of course, once again, the Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and so forth, they don't prevent you from sharing these stories. They don't put a fact check link under these stories. They just expect you to find out for yourself. And I'm sure still many people, many Americans probably today, still believe that this was in fact the case, that Rudy Giuliani was caught with a 15-year-old girl in a hotel room with his hands down his pants. But this is a complete hoax. What happened was Sacha Baron Cohen, right, this guy who works for the ADL, he's a Jewish actor, a Jewish Hollywood actor, a comedian. He works also with the ADL, a Jewish organization that has gotten control of most of the content moderation for most of the social media platforms, for at least YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. He was at the head of this boycott against Facebook, forcing them and pressuring them to censor more on their platform. He got Rudy Giuliani caught up in this skit back in June. This happened back in June, where he had this person represent herself as a conservative reporter who's in her 20s, I think in her mid-20s, represent herself as a conservative reporter for an interview with Rudy Giuliani for a documentary. And they were going to pay him for this. And he said, don't pay me, pay this, charity or whatever. Send the money to whatever charity or whatever PAC or what have you. Conservative organization, not too sure. And she took off his mic, and then he leaned back onto the bed after she took off his mic. It removed his shirt from his pants, and because he's fat, he had to lean back and tuck his shirt into his pants. And so, but the media ran with this. But then now they're coming out, and finally people are telling the truth, like this person here from Mother Jones, who by no way, shape, or form actually supports President Trump. Mother Jones does not like President Trump. Ben Dreyfus came out and said, I've now seen the scene with Rudy Giuliani, and though it is creepy for other reasons, it is being described on Twitter in a false way. He does not have his hand in his pants in a sexual way. He's tucking his shirt back in after she untucks it by removing his mic. But remember, this happened all the way back in June. Rudy Giuliani already came out and gave a statement about this. And this is what happened afterwards. He's running away. This is Borat, right? This is Sacha Baron Cohen, this Jewish Hollywood actor who works for the ADL and other Jewish organizations who aim to control and censor conservatives or hate speech or what have you. But he's running down the street in this like pink, as Rudy Giuliani calls it, a pink, quote, transgender outfit with this lady who just pranked him. And so that's what happened. This is all what came out the same day. Twitter changing their retweet policy. All these pictures started coming out all of a sudden after months and months of this, being recorded. And then, of course, we had this news story that just came out about a man from Maryland, who was arrested for, quote, allegedly threatening to kidnap and kill Biden and Harris in this letter that he put on the porch of some random resident in his area. And so that's what's going on here. That's what's going on. There is probably many sexually explicit images of underage girls on Hunter Biden's laptop, and the media tried to suppress it. And who knows how long the FBI is going to hold this information, but we need to see this information. There's no strategic reason why they would be waiting to reveal this, because many millions of people have already voted. It's time to reveal this information. It's time to confirm this information. We just want a confirmation. We don't want to see the images. We just want a confirmation. We just want to know somewhat what the contents of his laptop are, because like I said, this would be the October surprise of all October surprises. Imagine if Donald Trump Jr., remember all these SNL episodes of Donald Trump Jr. and all this, this talk of
the
Don
real-life
Jr.
experience.
and how corrupt he is, and Russia hack, and how he's a Russian agent, and how he's going to get arrested by Robert Mueller. Imagine if Don Jr. had images of underage girls on his laptop. Imagine what the media would say.
Talking about Don Jr.,
Definitely
how
wouldn't
he would
attempt
be
to
treated
suppress
if
it, and
he was
neither
in
would
Hunter
social
Biden's
media.
spot,
They would make it trend quicker than ever before.
Oh.
Psalm 62. How long will you...
Oh, he's just doing a biblical quote there, too. Okay, we can close down some of this shit here. Yeah.
Eric Trump.
Eric Trump?
Good guy.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, because he doesn't fucking give it.
Yep. Well, neither does Donald Trump Jr. So.
But he's in the limelight.
But Ivanka, man, she's way out to lunch. I think a lot of that has to do with her husband, Kushner, Jared Kushner, yeah, who's Israel first. Okay, so I don't think Ben's joining, so we can probably cancel this thing here. Disconnect. Hopefully that doesn't fuck with my audio. Check, check, 1, 2, check, check. Yeah, audio's still good. All right. So I'm gonna end the podcast portion of the Free Speech podcast here, and switch gears and do some karaoke here with Vince. So yeah, this is Deutschland Dan signing off with the Free Speech podcast number 4. I guess I should play out with Metallica here again. I keep forgetting to do my outro, so I do it for the intro, but let me just scroll there. There we go. Off of Garage Inc. here. Metallica, free speech for the dumb.
Free speech for the dead. Free speech for the dumb. Free speech for the dumb. Free fucking speech.
Alright, don't want to get a copyright strike on that. So, bye for now, folks. Back again Monday, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. Same bad time, same bad channel. Alright.